Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Roll Hit Die presents our Wednesday night game of TORGanized play. Before I hand this off to Mark to jump us into tonight's episode, first and foremost, let's give a shout out to Roll20, which allows us to show that nice fancy artwork there from... is that from... what book is that from?
That's from Unhallowed data.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, a nice fancy artwork from the actual book of Unhallowed data. We play it on Roll20, which also allows us to, play together as a group. Since not all of us, actually I think 90% of us, I think there's only 2 of us that aren't in the state of Georgia. But we're still on other parts of the sides of Georgia, so it makes it easier for us all to get together and play on Roll20, which it could help you out as well if you have friends that are across the country, across the town, or if you're just having no way of getting out, you can hop on Roll20 and join a game. Also, we have another shout out I'd like to give is Hero Forge. Hero Forge is a website that allows you to create custom miniatures that you can have sent to your home. Or if you have a 3D printer, you can have the program purchased and print out as many versions of your character as you'd like. And of course, if you're a subscriber, you can turn around and make a digital version that you can use to play in your digital games, such as Roll20, or Fantasy Grounds, or even, what is the other one? Foundry. There we go. Last but not least on the shout-outs is GUICube. GUICube just finished up a huge Kickstarter not too long ago, and right now they're accepting backers to continue with it. Lots of new material coming out, so if you haven't had a chance to go check out GUICube, go to GUICube.com and see what they've got available. We have 2 sponsors with us. First sponsor is W Energy. W Energy is a good manufacturer practice certified product formulated to give you focus without jitters or crash. It has no calories, sugars, or fillers. If you use the code ROLLHITDIE at checkout, you can get 10% off your purchase. You can find them at w.gg. The second sponsor we have is Humble Bundle. It's a website that sells games, ebook software, and other digital products. Their mission is to support charity while providing awesome content. Use the same code ROLLHITDIE to let them know where you heard about them from, and you can find them at humblebundle.com. If you're watching us on Twitch, there's a few things to take into consideration. First and foremost, down below you'll notice a little bio about our channel. In that bio, or next to that bio, is a link to Extra Life. That is the most important. Click on that link, it'll take you to their website, which will allow you to give to the Children's Miracle Network and the children's hospitals at any point in time throughout the year when you can and when you'd like to. Also down there below, Marcus has been working very diligently on our website. Matter of fact, he was sharing a few things over the last few days with us. So go check out the Roll Hit Die website to see what he's put in there, as well as check out the shop, which will allow you to get any kind of paraphernalia, swag as we call it. That one, you can get the symbol at the bottom right hand corner, as well as some other things from some of our previous games. Looks like I want to adjust the map just a tad bit. Let's see, last but not least, if you're watching us on Twitch, you'll notice down below there is what looks like a bubble. We call that the Chaos Bubble. The Chaos Bubble allows you to collect points the longer you watch our program, as well as watching consecutively. So if you've watched us several days in a row, you get what's called a streak bonus. That gives you points as well. And those points can be used to spend to cause chaos in our D&D games, such as our Saturday night D&D game and our Sunday night Legacy of the Kingdom Stone D&D game. I think we still have the one set up that if you would like to assist, you can spend and give +2 or -2 to a player or the game master in this particular game itself. But that is the only one that works. I mean, you can click any one of them, but that's the only one we will accept. So keep that in mind when you go click those points. I think that's it as far as I am concerned. So, well, I mean, does anybody plan on going this upcoming weekend here in Georgia to the convention?
Which convention?
Anime and gaming convention.
MomoCon.
Oh, it's MomoCon.
Yes.
No.
Okay, well then,
Unfortunately,
my kids
I have
are.
to work.
well then never mind. I can't say you go and find out and see if you see any of us and say hi if you do.
Find Mark's kids. Say hi to them.
Yeah, if you find Mark's kids, say hi, but let us know so we can get that restraining order in place, because you should know what Mark's kids look like unless you've done some stalker kind of stuff. Anyway, let's go ahead and hand it off to Liam and Mark, and then from there we can let Mark take over.
Yes, just wanted to say that if you're interested in Torg or want to know more about Torg Eternity, you can catch us on the Torg Eternity Delphi Council debriefings. You can either find us on YouTube under the Ulysses International page or wherever you find, excuse me,
It's not
sorry,
my Zoom.
had a call. No, that was me, my coughing fit. Um, or wherever you find your podcasts, and you can look that up. We do episodes, different topics. Last Tuesday, we did one on the Edinos um, clans, and we talked about everything from rules to lore, pretty much anything and everything Torg based. And you can also write us at torgdcd@gmail.com, and we'll read your emails on the episode, answer any questions you have, make any comments about your comments, etc. But that's where you would go to find your Torg lore and your Torg rules.
All right, Mark, it's all yours.
All right. Okay, so the scene that we have on the screen is just a recap from where we were. It was scene 3, you were jailbreak. You broke in to Purgatory to try and find Spectre, and in the process of figuring out how to get into Purgatory and the cells therein to break Spectre out. You see Jerome used his priest blaster to burn a couple of Jack priests off the bridge, um, which set off combat and started the DSR you see before you. And during that DSR, Charlemagne managed to use his it's precognitive, right? Your precognitive abilities.
Yes.
To monkey with the deck and manage to, and this is exactly how I wrote it in my notes, complete 3 friggin' steps, gloriously no less, to find lockpick and stealth to spring Spectre, and then Electo documented that, and in the process of breaking Spectre out, Borea began a budding romance on the way out. And I think maybe she's just on the rebound, happy to be out because she was receptive to Borea's advances. So
Exactly. Right. Yep.
yeah, but he's not picky because he's Darkhold. So cool. And so we got out, and at which point Spectre began to discuss your options on how to get into the location you needed to get to take. If you'll recall, you got the reset for the Godnet, right? That urn that you're carrying around, that precious urn that's got that timestamp. I think we said just before where did I write it down? Let's see. After getting special envoy status, but prior to Act 4, Scene 3, where the possession of Ebenex, Crooks, and Carmen and Charlemagne disconnects. But the disconnect was different. So right before you guys snuck back into the Abbey and had to confront Ebenex, Crooks. So in theory, the Darkness device wouldn't know who you are. And Spectre, you're talking with Spectre about how to get in to the Godnet core and where. And she says that you have 3 options there, and I can only tell you a generality of where this location is because that's all the data gives me. I know what to look for to see these access points, and I've cataloged 3 of them, but I've never been there. One of them is the Parisian Catacombs. The other one is called the Corrupt Chapel, and the third is the Wrinkle. The Parisian Catacombs, it's exactly what you would think. You have to go into the catacombs in the Godnet and begin to look for this hole in the net that will allow you to access this pocket within the Godnet, which is where this memory location is that you need to find. The corrupt chapel, it's out in Nod. Not really sure where in Nod exactly, but I mean I've got the location, and all I know is that it's this strange chapel out there that you'll have to go there and then investigate the chapel to figure out where the actual hole is to access this point. Um, and the other one is the Wrinkle, and the Wrinkle is it's on the fourth terrace of the mountain called Discipline, and it's somewhere near where the Jack priests train with drones. Um, so those are your three options. I can give you routes to get to all three of them. You'll just have to decide which one you want to go with, and off we go.
I was going to say the Wrinkle because it sounds the most fun, but fourth terrace of the mountain with the Jack Priest and the drones does not sound as much fun.
No. Hey, maybe we go to this corrupt chapel because not too many people would go there.
Sounds reasonable.
Sounds reasonable.
Who owes me $5 for being reasonable?
Wait, is that all it takes for you?
Hey, someone to
Charlemagne.
say that I was being reasonable, or it sounds reasonable. Something I suggest.
Okay, well here's your 5.
I am
Here's your
writing
5
this down.
rubles.
Yes, 5
Uh,
rubles.
Adding
Yeah,
to
I'll give
my
you 5 rubles for that.
5 rubles from.
Oh, Charlemagne's mic is muted if Charlemagne is weighing in on the
No, I see no reason to pay the man.
Shit.
Somebody else is taking care of it. Why am I gonna?
or the choice.
Oh, I'm okay. Well, don't know if I have a. I don't think a precognitive ability would tell me which is the best way to go.
Hmm. And we still have. I don't have your idea or the. Do I have on the? Were they on the other table?
Well, we can't use idea cards.
Yeah, I'm trying to go see what other things we have in play, because I was moving them from tabletop to tabletop, and I think it's all the way back to Mont Saint Michel. Ooh, even further.
That's 55 cents.
Oh, the 5 rubles?
And we could have been
Yeah.
getting, we could have been getting sensible out of him for like budget.
Yes, that's why I gave it to him in rubles. Or rubles.
Do we only have so we only have the law of stagnation in effect right now. Okay. I think we cleared everything else.
I think we've had that the entire adventure.
Just for the back half, absolutely.
I believe so. Yes.
At least for the last 3 acts, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So what?
The chapel.
I've heard the chapel. I haven't heard any other.
Oh no!
I
but
shot
it was
one.
reasonable.
I shot 1 down. I didn't actually add 1 to be good. So I think the chapel sounds just as good as any other choice.
Yeah.
All right. So barring any other input, we're going to the chapel. 3, 2, 1, done. All right. Grab Spoot for me if you would, and drag him out there.
Spoot is not with us in the Godnet.
Oh, we're going in the Godnet, so Spoot's not fair. All right, cool.
Because we're in the Godnet, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, you're going in. You're absolutely. You are currently, and Spectre is like, yeah, this is where we've got to go, and we got to stay in the Godnet. So,
Yeah.
so we're going to use the corrupt chapel. Excellent. Far out in Nod is a weird structure which looks like a one-room wooden church in the American West, complete with rows of pews facing an altar. but the walls are a chaotic patchwork of planks intersecting them at mad angles, many of them splintered and tangled and fanged. The steeple bell tolls ominously as you arrive. An empty noose swings in a withered old tree in front. A pervasive dead dread hangs about the entire place. You get this sense that there's something going on and a sense of urgency. You just, as you arrive, that last, you can tell that the chapel bell was ringing. You didn't hear it ring, but you hear that. You know how a bell kind of drifts off into the distance after it's rung. That's, as you appear, that's echoing through the air, and it kind of settles ominously over the scene as the noose in the withered old tree swings in an unfelt breeze.
I activate my shield ring because I know what's happening.
Oh, do you?
It's a showdown. The West. We're waiting for who was it? We're in
We're
a
at,
spaghetti western.
we're at the OK
I
Corral.
can't whistle.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, exactly.
It's a Star Trek episode.
Look, it is good. I'll point at Electo. It's bad. I'll point at Jerome, and it's ugly. And then I'll just look at everybody and just go, me. Ah, I think we should not. I don't know if we knock on door, but we should walk in.
Okay.
Okay.
Nothing can go wrong with this idea.
I'm so just walking in now.
Okay. Um. Okay, so as you walk up to the door, as you open the door and cross the threshold,
I mean, how many times have we thought, oh, let's go sneak in with do the plant? Okay, let's walk in. Let's walk in. Let's get to cut the chase.
Don't worry, Boria. I will be your go-berry.
as you approach up the steps and cross the threshold, a manifestation of essentially this cloud of spirits begins to fill the area surrounding the pews. We're going to go to rounds. This evil spirit, you can feel the emanation of supernatural evil as it comes out of this place. You will be giving me fear rolls here as we begin this, so you're going to go and kick those off if you'd like. And you feel this sense of despair as these disembodied faces scream silently. You can feel the agony that they must be going through in your very bones, and it seems as if this spirit, you can feel a pressure building as it's trying to push you back, and it almost seems like it occupies quite a large area, though it's not a swarm, but it's made up of many souls. And there's something you feel very strange next. These souls seem like they're jealous of you somehow. So let's go ahead and flip a card. I have two cards, so we'll go grab the first one. Ooh, by the way, this is a dramatic scene. You'll regret this. The heroes may choose to allow the villains to escape this round, and the combat ends if they do so. Each storm now. Nope. That's not happening. I'm negating
I'd be
this
more than
scene.
happy then.
Yeah.
To,
So the heroes can be fatigued.
I will get rid of the fatigue.
Okay. And you go first. The approved actions are intimidate and maneuver. Oops, I don't want that. I want that.
All right.
So, who would like to go?
And I assume that the fear is just the regular very stymied.
Yeah, regular,
Fail.
very stymied.
Okay.
Are you the only one who? Nope. Borea.
I know. Ori is also very stymied.
I need a roll from Charlemagne, who's doing family stuff. So we'll assume he's occupied at the moment until he's unoccupied.
As I say, if you want, I can roll for him, but
Oh, if you can, go ahead.
yeah,
Uh,
I can pull up.
So are there just a group of?
It's hard to explain.
Mhm.
This darkness, this form that's appeared has a shape, and it's got a very distinct boundary, but at the same time, that boundary is in flux, and it seems to be occupying, in game mechanical terms, it seems to be occupying a large blast area, and it seems to be reaching and engulfing, though it seems to have some kind of physical form as well.
Well, I
Uh,
would like to try to maneuver it.
mhm.
Okay, your target number is a 10. Wow. What would you like to make
Uh,
it?
I would like to make it very vulnerable. And I'll draw a card.
Let's do Crimson, and I'll go with 40. Oh, did I not get a... There we go. Well, oh, that's because... And you're going to make it what?
Very vulnerable.
Alrighty then. Okay, so that's Electo. Who's next?
So Borea is going to spread out because he said this is a large blast area, trying to make it so it just doesn't roll over all of us and do whatever it's gonna do. Do I have enough room to kind of get around to the side of the church there?
Not really.
Not really.
No, not really.
I try. How's that? Ah, and then I use the Vanquisher's Blade.
So what, when you say I try, what, you're moving into the chapel?
Oh, I'm moving into the chapel, yes.
Okay, excellent. So
Try.
you are
I'm going to engage it in melee.
excellent. So let's move Borea to the front. No, we'll put him to the back. There we go. All right, you're now in contact with the ghost. Excellent. Go ahead and make your attack.
Haha. I will be. It's very vulnerable. Oops. Haha. How does a 14 look?
A 14 on when we were melee unarmed. 14. That is a standard hit. You are 2 off of a good.
Well, I'll take it right now as a standard hit. So 15 damage.
15, you say?
15, I say. Yep.
Okay. I'm really not interested in that. Anything to say about it? I don't think I do. Seems to take your wound.
Ooh. That means we're doomed. And just in case, it is a Vanquisher sword, so it is a magical
Okay.
thingy.
Crag's just going to yell at it.
Oh, it's very large, by the way, so you get +4. So where
Oh.
that puts you in 18?
That would put me at 18, yes.
Yeah, so let's see. That is a good success.
Then
I forgot to
then
mention that. So I figure before because you can still do that. We haven't moved on from you.
What kind of toughness does it have? No AP.
7 armor 2.
Yeah, that really
Yeah.
means we're screwed.
Yep. We're done. We're done. We're doomed.
We're
So,
doomed.
so one wound, two shock.
Okay. Take 2 shock for me too, by the way,
I will take 2 shock. Yes.
because it's chilling. You can feel the tendrils of the ghost reaching into the pores through. It feels like the ghost is just reaching through your pores,
Yeah.
and not only reaching through your pores, it feels like it's entering into your digital self and reaching all the way back through the godnet
Oh yeah.
to your flesh.
We're dead. Okay, continue.
What's this? What's this wee shit?
Well, after I'm dead, it's coming after y'all.
No, after you're dead,
Alright.
we're leaving.
Oh well, sorry, we couldn't reset the godnet. Game's over. See ya.
Craig's
who's
going to
next?
try to intimidate it by, I guess, yelling at it.
Okay.
Just because it's... Alright. No modifier because it's a straight roll. How about a 20 on intimidation?
It seems to completely ignore you, as though it doesn't even care.
Okay. Well, learn something. I don't have a very good maneuver, so I figured I'd try the one I actually have that's good.
Oh, Lecto, you got your card for maneuver, right?
I did, yes.
Okay.
But I forgot
Who's next?
undead are not subject to intimidation.
Well, we're in the godnet, so
Yep.
the rules might be a little bit different.
Well, that one wasn't.
Okay.
What's Craig's assumption?
I said it's undead, so I should have known, but I didn't. I forgot as a player.
You made that connection after you yelled
Yep.
at it, and it
Yep.
just went. It gave you the undead
Like-
finger.
It's ghost.
It's
It's not fake. It's really a ghost. It's undead. So yeah.
It's really undead.
Yeah, it's really undead.
this is not a construct.
This isn't a
It
Scooby
is
Doo
not a
episode.
construct, no sir.
And not a construct, not considered a godnet entity either.
Right.
It's a supernaturally evil chapel ghost.
So does it look like right now that Boria is the only one who's able to hit it?
Boria is the only one who has attempted to hit it.
I thought he was using a magical sword to do it.
Yes,
He
I
has
am.
used a magical sword, but he is the only one who has attempted to hit it with anything.
Got it. I get what you're saying. Took me a moment. All right. Well, anyone have faith?
Yeah, but I've already gone.
You've already gone.
I have faith that I failed my attempt to intimidate it.
Yeah. We're not set up for supernatural stuff very well. We're paying attention, Mark. We're all just looking at our character sheets like, what am I gonna do?
I'll stab at it with my rapier.
Okay.
Let's see, it's vulnerable and very large.
Yep. It's very vulnerable.
Yeah, very vulnerable.
Oh,
So
that's outstanding.
Outstanding. And you said it was a 7 with an AP or with the armor 2,
Yep.
and I get to re-roll one of those dice. So I'll drop the effect to 12. And mine is considered magical, affecting ethereal creatures. If that does anything different than Tolan's sword that Boria used.
You thrust your power sword in there with your trademark French and strike a mighty blow and seem to skewer several of the heads and cause you feel resistance like you would. It feels like you've struck something corporeal, and as you do, the screams seem to dissipate. The faces of agony seem to lessen, and they they just kind of vanish.
Right?
And as they do, Borea, you feel the tendrils reaching for your mind back in the world, pulled out of your very pores, and it's almost cleansing. It's just very unusual. If you've ever had stitches removed, it feels like you've had stitches removed from every single pore of your body.
So that was an interesting little cleanse. Okay. Maybe we should move on before we eat the pups back in.
Say, Boya calls that a Tuesday night.
I know.
I agree. Let's move on.
It's Tuesday. Time to get stitches removed.
Well, you gotta charge the batteries.
What are we doing?
Moving on.
Into the church.
Into the church.
Okay. It does indeed look like a one-room wooden church from the American West. Many rows of pews are facing an altar. The walls are the most disturbing part. The boards themselves look like that aged barnwood stuff. They just aren't. None of the planks that make up the walls, the floors, the roof, the rafters, none of them are at the same angle. They are all, every one of them has some jagged imperfection in it that just looks like it, just touching it would probably come away with splinters. You have to place your feet in the floor just so in order to make sure you don't walk or step through holes or on something. It's the place, it looks disturbing. Just like you can't understand what would cause it to be this way, or even how it was built.
It's okay, guys. I know this doesn't look like a great place to be, but I am sure that we will come out victorious, and I think we all feel inspired.
Do we?
Ooh.
I don't second
There we
that.
go. I knew it was coming.
Very much, I agree. Yes, this is just that construct. We'll be able to defeat this.
All right, so
You know,
anybody
that
else got
feeling's a
another
tad
master
bit.
plan? I knew it was coming.
Of course you did.
All right, so we got 3 master plan, or an inspire and 2 master plans. So go get your 3 possibilities apiece. Oh my gosh.
If it makes you feel better, Mark, I only knew one of those master plans were coming.
Who's
Yours. Just because you were the first person I checked to see if you had one. I saw you had one, so I was like, all right, good time to play
good
it.
enough.
Who's dropping a freaking Core Earth card?
Wasn't me.
Somebody put a Core Earth card on the tabletop.
Someone dropped in the wrong deck.
Probably.
Because we shouldn't have had a Core Earth card.
No, you shouldn't.
I blame Jerome.
Yeah, blame me. 'Cause
Hey, it's not
I'm
me.
usually the one that's going to do that.
All right, so everybody got their possibilities? You all went and got your own possibilities. Your big
Yes.
boys.
I'm the big boy now. I can
All right,
do it.
so what are we
Let me
doing?
Do it.
Marveling
Well,
at the inside of this chapel.
Built by
Start
humans,
to-
gotta be.
yeah. Let's start to look around here, see if we can find something. Because, I mean, we were looking for some way to reset from this point, so clearly there is something special about this church.
Oh, the foundation's sheet. We have to tear it down and start from scratch.
What do you think we need to do, Jim?
Build it
Find
with stone.
church place?
I mean, that was my thought. It was just kind of like maybe there's something unusual about the walls or
Yeah,
whatever.
I have an idea. It is basically adapting a computer search algorithm to program, perhaps to search, if you'd like. I have a find of 16, so I'm suggesting that you guys help, and that was my in-character way of doing it.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'll help look for whatever.
Oh, sure. See what happens.
I mean, the odds of hey, you made it
Yeah,
are technically quite low.
I helped.
Craig's not interested in helping.
Craig's
Electro.
just pissed off at how bad it looks. If it was built by a dwarf, it'll be a whole lot better looking. You know, Plus, it'd be made out of stone.
Your find isn't a 4 case, is it, Jim?
No.
Neither's mine. I hope not.
Had I tried to copycat for it, then, you know.
Always copy.
Well, you should have.
Looks like you got Jerome helped.
Yep, Jerome helped.
And Boria helped too.
Did Boria help?
I did. Look at me.
Boria helped. Yeah, look at that.
Rolling a 19.
All right, so you got 2 helpers.
All right.
Bad part is I rolled the exact same as I liked when got negative.
Ooh. All right. We'll give you that on an outstanding. You find it rather quickly. I mean, it's, obviously we're going to start looking in the place that we can't see easily, and that's behind the altar. And sure enough, behind the altar, you see what looks like a black hole just sitting suspended there. And it's kind of that black that as you look at it, when you look directly at it, it just kind of seems to pull at you, almost like reaching into your brain back in the world, back in the flesh, feels like it's being pulled forward, and your godnet self almost gets this sense that your body in the flesh is being physically moved. You're sure that's not happening, but that's what it feels like. And when you look away from this black hole, it almost looks like as you look, it kind of, that heat shimmer kind of happens, that it vanishes as you slowly look away, and it's kind of suspended at an odd angle so that it doesn't really exist, or it's not really, you don't really see it when you're not looking for it. But when you look directly at where you now know that it is, that's the only time you really see it. And as you move around, if you're not looking directly at where you think it is, it somehow vanishes, and it's really, it's bugging you. It's kind of scratching at the back of your brain, that you, it's like, this shouldn't be here. And you feel the idea that if you don't constantly think about it, you're going to forget that it's there.
Is it reminiscent of a dim thread at all?
You might get something like that from it, but then by the same token, it's unlike anything you've ever seen.
Okay.
So who's gonna touch it?
Yeah. Okay.
Who's going to touch it?
Is there any evidence analysis or anything that we can do to or reality mind or anything to get a sense of what it might be?
I think you've gotten everything you can get out of it.
Okay. I think this is the way we have to go. It is probably going to feel uncomfortable.
Yes, but
Are you sure about that?
Agree.
Oh, so we heard Godnet, now we go to Kerr. Okay, I understand now.
Now we go down the hole.
Yes.
Yeah.
Already go down the hole.
Boria will go down the hole.
I will follow.
As will Jerome.
Somebody's got to keep
Flash-
those idiots from dying. Not jump through.
Having
Well,
flashbacks of the Tomb of Horrors.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I want to see if like they go down, going down.
And here ends the. This was a trap set by an expert. You're all dead. The module's over. We're having a good time. Okay, Rod, we're time to go to. Yeah. So everybody's going in.
I'm still building it.
I assume everyone's going in. Yes.
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 Mm-hmm.
You never could have imagined a worse place. The access
I don't know.
point leads to a claustrophobically tight corridor of black metal which twists and squirms as though made of metallic larvae. You could feel the darkness device's corruption penetrating your very souls. The short corridor ends in some sort of unearthly shrine. Around the walls are 7 glowing images designed to look like stained glass windows, depicting scenes of debauchery, torture, savage violence, or heartbreaking agony. Raphael is the central figure in each image, committing these sins while wearing expressions of serene calm and illuminated by holy beams of light from above. Ornate scrolled lettering underneath each reads from left to right: Superbia, Gula, Avaridia, Acedia, Invidia, Luxuria, and Ira. A
Ron?
dome of monitors forms the ceiling. Each monitor displays split-second images from all around the godnet, strobing quickly from one to the next in an almost hypnotic rapid-fire pulse. In the center is a combination computer console and cloth-draped altar upon which rests an urn, much like the one you carry. A vortex of raw data, like a miniature tornado of code, swirls from the bank of monitors and terminates in the urn as if filling it. And
Are we supposed to Indiana Jones this?
I don't exactly know what you mean.
we have some additional peoples here. Um, as you appear and kind of step out of this, it's almost you're not stepping out. It's just kind of you manifest in this area underneath this bank of monitors above you as the images stream down into the urn, and you take it all in, and you see these 7 stained glass images that kind of are around you in this slow kind of carousel of perversion. And Raphael seems to look at you immediately. He seems to be a little younger and a little more uh, spry than before. Um, he still looks like that mop-haired linen Brazilian man, but now his face is twisted into a cruel visage, and a black aura seems to hover around his head. He seems very angry to see you, but he immediately looks over his shoulder at the urn, looks at you, and he says, "No, that will not do." And we'll flip a card. And let me actually get that one out of the way because
So
I
who-
appreciate the images of the 3 images, Mark, and now, but now I feel like I'm, cross. How do I put it? You're mixing my games up.
cross-pollinating
You're
the
crossing the
games, huh?
streams.
Yes.
Heretic. All characters who do not follow the cyber papacy faith become vulnerable. So, let's see. The heroes will go first, and they will flurry. The approved actions are attack and intimidate.
Oh, these
So-
cards were like made for our opening.
Right.
So here's my question: who has the urn?
Is this standard or dramatic?
Dramatic.
I think Charlemagne has the
Yay.
urn.
Yep, Charlemagne has the urn.
Okay, so we make hold for Charlemagne so we can get the urn and switch it.
Mm-hmm.
They
Okay.
seem to know that Charlemagne has the urn too, because all 3 of those gentlemen in the front are staring at him.
Mm.
What time of day is it? Do we have any idea?
Doesn't really seem that you can tell.
No. What time of day was it when we went in, though?
Oh, daytime of some sort, I would assume. I
So
don't
the
think
3
we
guys,
had it.
It's fine, just the 3 guys looking at me. If it's daytime, then I know to go, oh, Guten Tag.
Okay.
Instead of, Guten Morgen or Guten Abend. That's why it matters. I don't want to say good morning if it's evening.
Whichever one appeals to Charlemagne, that's what time he thinks it is.
Guten Tag.
I mean, they could
I
be in
mean,
like Paris right now, and then
You
it would
probably
be
could just go, good God, but
Robin.
yeah.
All right, who'd like to go first?
I am going to enhance Charlemagne's dexterity so that if somebody tries to attack him, he is at least a little bit more defensive.
I do like the sound of that.
Yeah. But you're holding the urn, so I'm going to do that, and I'm going to try. Probably not a great idea, but I'm going to try to lightning bolt this guy. So.
Well, I think it's a fantastic idea.
Hang on before everybody does that. Hang on before you roll. Hang on.
We're hanging.
Raphael. Where's Raphael? I think we have some fear rolls to get out of the way first.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
But let me make sure.
That sounds reasonable.
Yeah, with those three, that seems like a thing.
Is one of them very vulnerable, or is that left over from previous?
It's left
That's
over
left
from-
over.
That's left over.
That's what I thought. Just want to double check.
Huh.
Mark's not deleting it because he's probably thinking they were going to try to put that on somebody.
I am. I'll move it off in just a second. There is no fear going on right now.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, there is. It's just not supernatural.
There's no game mechanical fear going on right now.
Okay. Then
Good.
I'm still
So
going
it's
to
like-
do this.
So you're saying it's good that Charlemagne wore his brown pants.
I'm giving you a possibility.
Okay. You know what? No, you're not.
Okay, it's getting canceled.
Yes. Raphael
Okay.
goes, I think not. So go ahead and drop it on the board for me.
I did.
It's on the Babel monitor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
Now it's above the Babel monitor. Okay, I will take my shock then, as I fail the spells.
That's 4 shock. Ouch.
Yeah. But, yeah, it happens.
It does.
It may
Mark,
happen more often than you like.
do
Yeah.
we know what the intimidate number is on those 3 gentlemen?
If you would like to know what the intimidate is, I will be happy to tell you.
I would
That
like
is
to-
the anchorites are 11.
Yeah, I see the Babel. All right. I will attempt to intimidate one of those guys.
Okay.
I will fail to intimidate one of them.
Who's next?
Do we see a terminal here or anything where we have to kind of download the save file?
Well, you see that altar like setup
altar-
that has the urn sitting on it as the monitors above you. That as you see the images second by second of the GodNet, you see that stream descend and focus into and feed into the urn sitting on that altar.
And we're here to do actually here we're doing the upload, aren't we? Not the
I
download.
think we need to swap the urns.
Yeah, I think we probably need to swap the urns because he's probably trying to upload his new version, which is being in Abenacrux being in Raphael rather than.
Right.
So he's probably trying to upload as it is.
Is it a DSR to swap these out?
Are you is that you'll have to move as an action and then swap it if you want to do that. Let's see. No, it just if you want to go over there, you will have to be in contact with the altar in order to make it happen. But you could it looks like all you have to do is move to the altar, which you'll have to move past these guys, become very vulnerable to them. Take a -2 on anything because you're doing 2 things. You're moving so far, kind of running,
Yeah.
and then swap the urn. But you can absolutely do that if that's what you want to do.
I will step behind Jerome and let him know if you could open up a portal so that we can get there shortly. And Yeah, I
was
think.
thinking about doing that.
And then I'm
Next
going
round.
to I'm going to deja vu.
Okay.
And fortunately, I will be a realm dancer. What scene is this?
You disconnected in scene 2. You get 1 per scene.
I get one per
does.
scene. Yeah, that's why I was
Okay, this is scene 3.
scene 3. Okay.
No,
I'm
this
still
is
going to take.
4, I think. Yeah, this is 4.
Okay. I'm still going to take the 2 shock and be very stymied. But at least could have been worse.
PR, you want to go first?
Oh yeah, I can. So I will go up and try to stab these 2 guys.
Okay. Let's see. They are armed with swords that look very similar to yours. Your target number is a 10.
Okay. 10. So let's see what a damage of 15 AP2.
15 AP2. You know what? I'm gonna. I can't. Okay. Oh, I know. You know what? I can't do that. Ha. No, they don't have the skill to do it. So, just because I give it to them, they can't. All right. So, you got them. A wound apiece seems to be enough.
Okay.
And then Borea will come up with this one. Going to do for the telekinetic strike and the do a punchy punch. Yeah, we were just vulnerable. Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
I'm going to play a possibility.
No, you're not.
I try to run him down a little every once in a while. Okay. So we have a regular success, and the regular hit's going to be 14. You said their armor was what?
1.
And what was their toughness? Sorry.
9. Armor 1.
Okay, so 14 is going to do 5. Okay. I hit him with 14. I was mathing.
Crag
Who's
will,
next, Craig?
Yeah,
Ooh,
Crag
I got-
will tree skin and intimidate Priesty Man.
Get a card.
The Babel Monitor or Ebenex Crux? Raphael.
Raphael.
Ah.
So intimidate is the weaker.
23 is your number.
Yeah. I'm sure it will not happen.
We will all be very impressed.
Yeah, well. Let's see. That'll be a. I will try to spend and see what happens.
He's going to let you spend.
Alright. My last roll was what, an 11? Alright, so it'll be 18 is not going to be enough to get him.
No.
But
You're 5 off.
But 18 plus 3 is going to be a 21. And a 21 will be... Okay. So my tree skin goes off and I get that taken care of. That'll end my turn.
Cards and pools. And we flurry.
I guess Crag will just go again. And this is definitely an enemy. Was it Babel Monitor?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Alright, fine. I think Crag will just walk over to it and swing his battle axe.
Okay.
How's a 17 look?
The Babel monitor, a 17 is going to be a standard success. Oh no, it's not.
Oh,
My bad.
I'm like, wait, what?
No, that is not.
He's
that is
unarmed,
not a
right?
success.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
21, right?
unarmed. Yeah,
Okay.
that's no. 21's your number.
Alright, well, I guess I'll spend again.
Okay.
Last roll was a 19. Okay, there you go. 21.
Standard hit.
16.
Take some shock.
But I get to draw the card.
Yes, you do. Who's next?
Jerome will do as Charlemagne requested and open a portal. Really? Okay.
Do you have a second chance?
No, I do not.
Because I can get it to you.
You guys pick
Okay.
out a lot of those things, so we might be able to get there without getting killed.
Yeah. I mean, I can always try a possibility to see if it will work. Oh, wait, excuse me, I did it wrong. Okay. So I will try a possibility.
Okay.
No.
Is it being blocked?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if he can do it to the same person twice in a row, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to play drama.
It works exactly like the negation perk.
Okay.
I haven't read that recently. I
Okay.
don't know that there's a limitation on. I can
There
keep
is. There is no limitation on it.
Okay.
I
So he
think
can
the only limitation is how many possibilities you have to spend
Yep.
to negate.
Yeah, he's canceling that.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, it's a darkness device, but
No,
you know,
no. Absolutely.
No. I mean, it's not like with other people where we can kind of get drain them.
Correct. We can't win this combat.
Yeah. Okay, so I do not portal him,
And you take shock.
and I take some more shock.
Well,
Luckily, I have a high spirit.
I will try a deja vu again.
Okay. Are you moving to replace the urn, or are you just standing there behind Jerome?
I'm staying here with Jerome for the moment.
Okay.
Forgotten to do a different thing first, but here. So I've picked one skill to be favored. I'm going to assume that it's. You know what? I'll just go with precog. That's what I always favor. So I'll do that.
With what?
Precog.
Okay.
I'm done.
Who's next?
Warrior's gonna walk up to the burnt toast. Like, hello, Mr. Burnt Toast. Meet my fist. How's an 18 look against their melee or unarmed? I assumed it's super high.
20.
Is it 20?
Yeah.
I only had that. Hey. Nah. Yeah, I'll do it anyway. I'm gonna spend one.
No.
Okay.
You know what?
He looks at you and smiles.
Oh.
Then he looks at your arm and
Oh.
smiles broader.
Oh, that's good.
Pierre, Electo.
Charlemagne, you want to give me the urn and I can do it?
No, no, I got this. I'm assuming it's going to be computers,
Okay.
but I did
Fair
the
enough.
for other reasons.
Understood. Um. All right. I will try to maneuver Jerome. Or sorry, maneuver Raphael there.
Yes, maneuver Jerome.
Yeah,
Unmaneuvered!
I want to maneuver Jerome closer. Be like, clearly you're just
This
you're
whole
at distance your
time,
portal.
Electo has been working for Eben X Crooks, and now we're going to
Oh,
reveal this. And
That's why he's not transformed.
that's right.
Yeah,
That would have been epic.
I made a deal to transform.
Jim, we could work something out.
I am going to guess that a 17 is not going to be successful on a maneuver on
Who are you
Raphael.
on Raphael?
Raphael.
No, it is not. Your number's 20.
Yeah, I kind of figured all the numbers started with 2. So.
Taunt is a 15. Trick is 23.
All right. Well, that's what I tried.
Okay. Pierre.
I will go try to attack the Babel monitor.
Okay. I'm sorry, that's 6 short.
6?
Yes.
For unarmed, yeah. Is if I'm gonna spend a possibility.
Okay. Nothing stopping you.
oh, I think there's some favoritism that the Brent Toast is now having.
That is a standard success, sir. Your
So,
toughness is 15, no armor.
Yep. So I equal that with a 15. So
That takes a couple points of shock. And that's everybody. You hear, to start with, let's see, what am I going to do? I'm going to do that. That's not doubling up, so we'll do that. And that. So I'll do a -4. Yeah, I'll do a -4. So we're going to do this one here. And that will be that. So that's lower. So we'll start there. But what is this? Ah, yeah, okay. So Charlemagne, you're gonna he looks at you, and as he looks at you, he seems to have 3. You know how when you get trails or you get like a digital image, you get a couple of you get like the main image and then a couple of others, and you see one face looking, the main face is looking at Charlemagne, and this soul penetrating gaze that seems to be rending at your very soul if you're not careful. So you can give me a willpower or a spirit, an opposed willpower or spirit. So go ahead and set my DN. At the same time, Borea, if you have a computers skill, give me a computers roll to set my DN. If you don't have computers, give me mine, because you feel your arm begin to vibrate and move against your will.
I'm coming up with that. My computer is struggling, and bear with.
Oh, look at that! I got a 13.
Is that your final answer?
I am
Yes.
Okay.
spinning. I'm reloading. Give me a minute.
Okay. I'm saving the third action here because
All right.
you'll see.
So I believe he has to set my difficulty since he's initiated the contact.
If you'd like that to be, we
Well,
can
that's
do
just
that.
what page 121.
Sure. We're -4.
Now, he can spend possibilities, and, well, I can't. So his odds are still really good.
He is absolutely spending a possibility.
Yeah. Is he very stymied? Because you have a -4 in there, and I don't know that you should.
Or is multi-actioning.
I'm doing 3 things.
Oh, when you had the faces looking different ways, I thought he was getting 3 separate actions.
No, he's just doing 3 things.
God, that was descriptive text.
Correct.
I'm caught up now.
There we go. So Boria, your number is a 19. You can choose to up that or not against that 19.
I thought the 19 was my number.
No, wait. That 19 is your number. Boria's number is 20.
All right. So my question for you, Rod, is: you've got the urn? Would you like to trade a card so you win?
Sure, absolutely.
Here,
That will work for you.
just give me a card.
Yeah. All right, so I will have an outstanding success.
Okay.
That was a good thing, Mike.
Yeah.
The action that I gave you, I was like, I spend it just so he doesn't have an outstanding success. It just
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you feel the soul-rending gaze, trying to rip your resolve from your body to the point where you would probably have taken some damage, some spirit damage. Maybe. You're not sure. You managed to avoid that. So
I
Boria.
will play the action so he only has a standard success against me.
Okay, so a standard success.
Mm-hmm.
You feel your arm compelled to attack Pierre. So go ahead and give me an attack against Pierre.
Oh.
At -2 because you have to move over there to do it.
Oh. Hey, Pierre. Duck. Apparently, this is what we learned, that we've all been working for Ebenex Trucks. Oh no. I wonder if I spend a possibility if it'll let me. I will not chance that.
How's a 9 look, Pierre?
Miss.
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure that's a miss, yes.
All right, so now here's the fun part.
There's a fun part.
There is a 19. So
oh wait,
so 22. Everybody, how's a 22 look against your intimidate? Let me go one at a time. Electo, how's your 22 on your intimidate?
Oh, that's outstanding.
Outstanding?
Yeah.
Okay, so do me a favor, put a possibility on Raphael and discard a card from, let's see. How many cards do you have in your pool?
Should be 2.
I have 2 in my pool.
Discard the second card. There should not be 2 possibilities on Raphael at the moment.
You have an outstanding on me. Here's my possibility.
Okay.
Power was the only card.
Hold that thought. Let me work it because
Okay.
I want to make sure I don't care if the cards are on him. The cards are just getting discarded. Boria.
You said you had a 22?
Yes.
You have a good success.
Good. Okay, put a possibility on Raphael. You also, how many cards do you have in your pool?
I have one. You
Okay,
jerk.
discard it. Pierre.
I have 2.
I okay. Did I get a good success on you?
Sorry, what was
Intimidate 23, 22, 22.
22? That is an outstanding.
Okay, so I need a possibility from you on Raphael. I should have 3 at this point. And discard a card. If you got, you got. Did you say you have 2?
Yes.
Okay, so first card. Crag.
Yeah,
What's your intimidate?
yeah, it's an outstanding.
Okay, put a possibility on Raphael. How many cards do you have in your pool?
2. 2 as well.
Discard the first one.
I didn't want to, but okay.
Jerome.
You have an outstanding. So here is my possibility, and here is my card.
Cool. All right, Rod. Go ahead. How many cards do you have?
I only had the one. I already put it down.
Okay. Excellent. You hear his voice in an otherworldly, inhuman way. You're not going to stop me. And let's see. You get the idea that if you don't have possibilities and he does this, he's going to take part of your life, i.e., a wound. Let's see. And the Babel monitor, you've got Crag and Pierre and Boria. Right? That's good. We'll just take a fist against all 3 of you. Let's see. So 18 on Boria.
Standard.
You may enjoy 17. 18 on Crag.
Good.
How's a 20 look?
It's my toughness.
Take a couple points of shock. 18 on Pierre.
Standard.
17 points of damage. That is all of me. Cards and pools, if you haven't already. Which you may have. And you didn't do the card thing, so I get to flip a card.
Actually, technically, I did not have a card in my pool at all because you have us do the cards afterward.
You should have had 1 because we had a flurry action.
I played it.
Ah, fair.
I normally do hey, let me figure it out.
Yeah. What was your card?
Willpower. I already got it back.
Okay.
We were able to pull out of the discard.
Let's see. All right. So, are you paranoid enough? All trick tests this round are contests. Instead, this does not count as an active defense by the target. The villains will go first and are fatigued. The approved action is trick. And doggone it. If I can only see the corner, I'd be all right. There we go. All right. Trick is my approved action. I'll take a -2. Boria, I'm going to trick Boria. Did I notice that? Boria, did you have you have cards in pools, right? You have card in pool?
No longer.
You do not.
Do not.
Pierre does. We'll trick Pierre. And we're going to give the soul rending gaze We'll give the soul rending gaze to Borea. No, you know what? We're gonna corrupt your stuff again. Soul rending gaze will go to Crag. All right, so tricking Pierre, corrupting your cyberware, gazing at Crag, and just punching Charlemagne. So I got -6. Oh, shit, I don't have a fist on him. Yes, I do. Ah, okay. Why are you not doing that? Huh. All right, that's cool. So clearly, we'll do the spirit. So I got to set, let's see, I got to set my computers and my spirit's the lowest across the board. So I've got to do this. I'm going to do the spirit roll and we'll work from there. So I'm doing -6. Jeez. Well, we'll spend one of the many possibilities that you guys gave me. -6. Submit. Last roll was a 2. Okay. So let's start with the corrupting gaze, which I rendered to Crag, I think, right?
Yes.
Crag, give me a willpower or a spirit. Your number's 14.
There you go.
Okay. 17 there, Borea, as you feel your cyber arm rebelling once again.
Yeah, this was a computer's roll.
Yes, sir.
Boop. So good success.
Good success. Cool. So go ahead and roll me an attack on Pierre again. Oh, does that disconnect you?
It will not disconnect me because Realm Runner.
Okay.
Which I haven't used this act.
You take 12 damage that bypasses armor as you feel the very circuits in your arm feeding electricity back into your system.
Okay. 12, no armor.
No armor.
2 shock. Okay.
And my trick was 17 on
Outstanding.
outstanding. Okay. So you have 1 card in your pool, correct?
Yep.
Go ahead and discard that for me.
There you go.
And then 20 on my punch.
Was he punching me?
Yes.
Okay. So a 20 is, I don't have awareness. Oh man, sorry, let me take that off. Left it on. 20 is only a good. You're technically 1 off an outstanding.
Raphael's not terribly strong.
No, that is fortunate for me because that is only shock.
Let's see. The Babel monitor is going to attack the 3 of you again. That seemed to work out fine the last time. How's a 19 look on, let's see, what do we got? Borea.
That is a standard success. So I'll take 2 more shock from the 17
Yup.
damage.
Pierre.
Something else was hitting me.
Yes, the Babel monitor.
Oh, The 19 is a standard, so that's 17.
Yep. Crag,
Good.
22.
Check.
That is all of me. Who would like to go?
So I'm going to be. Well, oh, go ahead, Robert.
I'm going to try to make another portal to get Charlemagne closed. I actually get a good, so I can open the portal to make it. Give him the ability to get over there.
I don't know where it is, but I'll just put me down here, Mark.
Yep, that works. That is exactly where I was moving you.
I figured that was based off of where he was. I'm like, that's kind of below where.
Yep, works. Okay, so you get over there. You still can, if you want to swap the urns, you can swap the urns.
That's all I think it takes.
That's all it looks like. You have to come in contact with the altar to do it, but that's all it seems to take.
And it's okay. I'm trying to figure out if this is my critical moment doing this. Not technically a roll, so.
Well, there is going to be one if you are you swapping the urn?
That is my intent, is to swap the urn.
Okay, so you feel a resistance from the altar itself. In fact, you feel feedback and electricity that you're going to take some shock in order to put the urn in place and keep it there. It depends on how strong your willpower is as to what kind of shock you're going to take.
Okay.
But you may be able to resist it. So if you want to give me a DN 14 willpower.
I clicked the wrong skill.
You keep that roll.
Yeah, the roll +3, and my willpower is 11, so it is exactly 14.
Okay.
It's not on skill.
You managed to resist the damage, taking the shock. Your mind is focused enough, and you kind of knock the other urn aside and fit your urn in place. And as you do, you notice everybody in the room sees the flow of data from the monitors above reverse, and instead of coming down, the urn has opened up and it glows, and data is flowing out of the urn into the monitors. Raphael screams no, and the Babel monitors turns and looks at you, and he's clearly moving in your direction.
Yeah, I knew that was going to be happening.
Oh yeah. And you can feel resistance to the urn's placement. In fact, if you don't keep the urn in place, you're certain it's going to be just being there, the flow of data out, is going to knock it aside, and your reset of the GodNet will have to start over.
Okay. Krag, come into here.
Charlemagne says, "Not it."
No. I'm going to hold it. I need Craig to hold me.
Yeah.
Dan knows why I'm asking him to come over here. I need someone to bodyguard me.
All right, so that's not Jerome. That's Charlemagne. Who's Jerome? Jerome already went. That's Charlemagne. Who's next?
I will go ahead and go. I will attack the Babel monitor as well as taunt Raphael. Oh, look, you cannot even keep your urns from being switched. Such omnipotence. Ho ho.
That is your number's a 15 on the taunt.
Yep. And with my swashbuckler, I can do that without a multi.
Oh, cool.
Penalty, and then let's see, it's trick. So okay. So I will do my taunt because that is my lower. Oh. He's going to just cancel my possibility.
No, but I could switch you to a willpower if you wanted it.
That would be great. No, I don't have
He
a
doesn't
card.
have
Oh,
any
you don't have a
cards.
card.
He
He
took
keeps
all
taking
my
'em.
card. Yep. So, and I have 14 isn't even close.
Well, you could always
to
leadership
the,
time, couldn't you?
No, because I have it in my pool already. My
Oh.
leadership goes from hand to move over.
Yeah, so I just don't because I can't do a possibility or I don't want to do a possibility, and the Babel monitor.
Although, actually, that's not true. That's a good point, Crag. I can give you a different card, Liamin, and then you can train
to
me.
transfer it. Okay. So just keep that one. That whatever you trade me, and I trade it back.
Right. All right. So.
And do we want to make them stymied or
Stymied.
vulnerable? Stymied.
I will
so
keep this one. I will lay that one down.
Because he's got a ton of possibilities to be like, oh, and I'm pretty sure his reality is going to be pretty decent. So unless Mark rolls a 1, he ain't taking any wounds.
Hey, Boria, this is going to go to your pool as well.
Oh, okay.
So I'll make him stymied and miss the Babel monitor.
Who's getting stymied?
Raphael is who I taunted with the +3 from the willpower.
Okay, so we're making Raphael stymied. So he's -2. Okay. Well, that didn't come out very freaking big. All right, whatever. We got it. And you missed the Babel monitor, so yeah, but you taunted him. Cool.
Electa, what are you doing?
I was going to try to put a condition on somebody, so who did you want to try to hit?
The Babel
Hey,
monitor.
so hang on, before you move on,
Sure.
Pierre, you
Yes.
get the idea that as you went to taunt him, he seems hypersensitive to that. In fact, you can tell that Raphael himself seems to. It's almost as if, you know, those faces, how they move around.
Right.
You can see a face that looked at you, and it wasn't Ebenex Crux.
Huh, okay.
It was actually Raphael. And it seems like that aspect of him might be more susceptible to your taunts, i.e., your favorite if you taunt him.
Oh, okay.
Now, if you want to favor that roll, you can.
I will keep the 15, but I will keep that
Okay.
in mind.
Okay, because
Yeah,
you learned a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was doing two things. He wouldn't be able to favor unless they were both favored.
Fair.
Because rules.
But
you know.
yeah, but you still learned. Yeah, but you still learned a thing. Let's see. That's Pierre. Who's next?
I will attempt to trick the Babel monitor.
Okay. Babel monitor's trick is a 13.
The card says 10. Is that incorrect?
Wait one. My hands are full. I will check the book. Putting more water in my.
Yep, no, that's fine.
Oh, wrong book. Duh. There you are. Don't like how you. There we go. Right there. And 13 is the number. Card is wrong.
Okay, that is fine. Then I will not try to trick him because that's so. I will just maneuver him instead.
Ooh, I think that is a good success on the number.
Then he can be very vulnerable.
Okay, he is now very vulnerable.
I will punch him.
Boom.
Hey.
That 30 is
Nice.
an outstanding success. No, that's one off an outstanding.
One off outstanding. Yeah, and I'm gonna take that right now because I don't have the right card to do anything.
You gonna run with a good?
I'm gonna run with the good.
Okay. Toughness is 15.
We'll just roll sixes. And you said there was no armor, right?
Correct.
All right. His toughness 15. You know what? I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna throw out the coup de grace.
Coup
Yeah.
de Gracie.
Use it before it gets taken from you.
Yeah, use it before I lose it. That's right.
That's probably wise.
Last effect was a 6. Hey, look at me and the big old.
Oh, you know what?
2
We should have done
wounds.
fear for the Babel monitor, but that's all right. No big deal. We'll run with it.
Always have him turn that effect on at the start of the next round.
Could.
Just delay, you know.
I got an idea.
Programs take a little while to load.
Yeah.
True.
So it's built on
No.
DOS.
It took the wound to finally get angry.
Oh yeah, now it's pissed.
You know.
Let's see. Let's see. So I have that, and now I have that. So let's see if I don't have to take this. 2 wounds, you say?
That's what I said.
And I'm not stymied. I'm vulnerable, so I don't have to take a modifier. I'm good.
Well, you know.
Alrighty then. I guess it's my turn.
Hit him harder.
How close is the bubble monitor right now to Charlemagne?
It hasn't moved yet. It's close enough to get there, but in doing so, it'll take a -2, just like Boria had to when he came over to hit Pierre.
Alright. So I will all out attack this thing.
Okay. He's also very vulnerable.
Yep, so that'll be 8 points. So it's be a 25.
Ooh.
That's only what?
That's 4. You're 1 off of a good.
That's a standard. So, with all the cards being snatched from us going around, I'll go ahead and play this.
Is that a drama?
Yes, it is.
Well, that's okay. You don't have to get to play that. He negated your drama.
Oh, okay.
He's going away one way or the other. At least you made him pay for it.
Yep.
Well, then I'll play a possibility.
Nah, we'll negate that too.
Alright. Then I will activate the battle axe and cause an extra BD damage to my 16.
Okay.
Mark, something I did not ask. I just made an assumption.
Okay.
You say toughness is what? 16?
Hang on before you ask. Don't ask that.
Yeah,
Let him finish his.
hold.
Yeah.
15, Dan. 15.
15 toughness.
Toughness.
What the hell did I roll? A 2? Really? Alright, well, there you go.
Nice.
2 more shock.
All right. What's your question, Charlemagne?
So I assumed that swapping the things was an action, but I didn't ask.
Yes, it is an action.
Okay. Is holding it there also an action?
It will be.
Okay. Just trying to think and plan ahead.
Yes.
But
You will be required to make a willpower roll every round you hold it there.
Right. But I could multi-action to hold it there and do a thing.
Sure.
Okay. That's what I was trying to figure out. Thinking.
You could if you wish. Yes.
Yeah, it's probably a bad idea, but I have a program I've never gotten to use and I want to try it. It's the ideal
Hey,
time.
y'all, watch this. All right,
Hold-
so that's everybody.
Hold my urn.
Okay, so I have a plan for everybody. As we put cards into our pool, I'm going to play some cards. So first and foremost, everyone can choose to rally.
Nice.
Gets us back up to what? 4 or 5?
5. We're under glory.
Yeah, but
5 in your hand.
the deck needs a shuffle.
Okay, hang on.
And then I will take a group vote as to whether or not anyone wants me to play the Maelstrom before it's taken from me.
I would say go for it.
Yeah, it's only one round, right?
Till the end of our next round,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yes.
Ready to draw?
Yes, it's shuffled.
All right, and then afterwards, I will play the second wind from my pool because I've taken a good amount of shots.
Why is there a glory? Well, we're discarding the glory.
To the rally, yes.
Okay, and you're playing the second wind.
Yes, I'm playing it.
Okay.
All right. So, should I go ahead and play the? Do you want me to play the Maelstrom or let it be? Because he's kind of negating every possibility that we're playing that's good anyway. Just
Yeah.
kind of why I was thinking about it.
Yeah. Good.
Why don't you wait till
Sure.
the next card hits the deck? And
Yeah. That's
because
what I'm
if you
thinking.
play a
Okay.
Maelstrom now, if it lasts till the end of our next turn, it won't impact them.
All right. Fair enough. You're right.
Yep.
That said, I'm in favor of you playing it. I think we want to get the timing on our side.
So we're done.
Okay.
Done with cards.
Yes.
Okay. End of line. Taunt tests this round are favored. The heroes will go first, and they can be inspired. The approved actions are maneuver and taunt.
I'll take him inspire.
Mm-hmm.
I will too.
Who wants to go first?
You guys mind if I try something?
Go for it.
Go ahead and try some.
Go
Uh,
ahead.
I am going to pull out my Angel Blaster and hold that in one hand and shoot this guy over here
Okay.
while holding the thing. Because the Angel Blaster can only hurt GodNet entities and programs. It actually says built into it that that humans are and inanimate objects are immune. So
Okay.
I'm not worried about firing into melee. I just have to super soak the area and he can take some damage. So I'll do that with a -2. That should not have been unskilled, I don't think. Oh, it says custom. Because it is trained. So my roll of a 7 is a total of -2. So that is a 15.
This is a cyber papacy program.
It is. It's out of my deck. This is the reason why I asked if the ghost was a GodNet entity, because it might have worked. But once you're like, it's a ghost, I'm like, Roger, reshelve that program.
Angel Blaster. This is where do I find this?
The
Cyberdex?
Cyber book under Cyberdex. I can throw the text into the chat for you. Since you know I like to copy paste things. So I'm just shooting everybody that's there because I know it can't hurt any of my allies since it hits up to 10 targets.
See, how is it that everybody in the GodNet's not a GodNet entity? What? Because you're not.
It means you're native to the God.
Yeah,
Okay, so there's
there are a number of different programs, right? Because then there are some that are designed to only hurt people that are in the GodNet.
Yeah, Priest Burner is a good example of that.
Yeah,
Because I have Priest Burner.
you do.
I would think that would be. I mean, using it against another nodder in the net. That's not a human in the net, right? That's a digital representation of them. But I don't know what the intent is. If the intent is not to harm any of the if it's
Yeah,
only to be
I couldn't use this against
Fail.
a Jack Priest or any other person who's in here.
okay, but you can still be off target.
Except
but it won't
a
affect
heavy
them.
burst that
Correct.
shoots the 10 targets. I'm shooting everybody in the area. It's an AoE, Mark.
Oh, it's not it's a blast.
Oh yeah, that's why I said. See, fires in a heavy burst at up to 10 targets. That's why I
I
said
didn't
I'm
get that
shooting
far.
everybody because I don't care if I hit my friends. They're immune.
Wow. Okay, sure. Yeah.
Now that said, I don't know that a what was that? When I said plus -2.
You said it was a 15, I believe.
Actually, with the -2, it goes to a 13. Oh, and with the very vulnerable, is he still very vulnerable?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then 17, and I don't think he's large.
He is not. You're one off his dodge.
Well,
Dodge is an 18.
all right. Well, then that will be a mess.
But you got to use it.
Yeah.
Is it, are you counting the bonus from Heavy Burst? No.
It is. It is. I think built in.
I'm just checking.
It's a heavy burst, not a heavy blast. But you're just shooting everybody, and it doesn't matter that you hit the other guys. But you're still targeting a bunch of people.
Yeah.
So you have to take the minus for the multi-target penalty that you didn't include. It's not a blast; it's a burst.
Yeah, a burst is the AoE, though, I believe.
No,
Blast.
short burst, long burst.
No,
Yeah.
what the burst is you get a bonus. The up to 10 targets is normally it's based off of the ammo of a weapon. So if your ammo is only one, you can only do, hit one person.
Yep.
Normally it takes
Heavy burst is +6.
In which case, it could be off. And
Well, in which case you are counting the Heavy Burst, because the Heavy Burst gives you +6. You're firing at 4 targets. That's
Yes. So it's a net. The game state's fine. They wash.
yeah, I'm looking to see if I should be adding in my energy weapon adds because I didn't. Which, if I do, then I'm 5 points higher. This is the first time I've ever used it, so
Sure.
what is it? Where is that? Page 81.
Says it uses heavy weapons to shoot.
Heavy weapons. All right.
in which case I will be very vulnerable and give you an adrenaline.
So that then would be a standard hit.
Okay,
Does
she
anybody
did 16.
Yes.
Okay.
That was,
You know what? And Boria, you can have this card too.
Okay.
It's a lot of work for 2 shock, but hey.
and then on my willpower roll,
But it was cool.
I got to do a thing.
You did
My
get to do a thing.
willpower roll is a 9 at the moment. I think I need to be higher.
You need a 14.
I cannot hit a 14. This will result in me like pulling it off and having to reset?
No, you'll take 2 shock.
I will take the shock. I should have saved my card and played it after. But I know now.
I can get you later, Mark or Rod.
No, you can get me later too. That's okay.
I'm going to try to get you. Just that's a different.
All right, that's Charlemagne. Who's next?
I'm gonna try something.
Oh.
Well, I kind of want to try to get Raphael to focus on me for a minute. So I am going to uh, target a electromagnetic pulse at him,
Okay.
and as I'm doing it, I'm saying, "You will John Monroe will always be your master." So this might be considered a taunt. I'm not
Yeah,
afraid
but
to taunt him.
can you be favored on all of the things you're doing?
What did I? I never said I was favored.
No, but a taunt. Pierre learned that a taunt can be
Oh,
favored.
yeah. No. I specifically the EMP is to get his attention, so I'm not going to be favored.
Okay.
I'm not really attempting to taunt because my taunt is just horrid. But the reason I'm doing this all is I was going to play this on him. I'm trying to get him to focus on it.
Oh, that will do it.
Okay. So, I mean, my claiming, Jean Malraux will always be your master, is really just setting up the nemesis.
There's your 3.
Okay. It's not like I really need it.
But I get 3 too.
Yeah. Okay, and then the EMP, this is just a standard attack, so. Oh, well, I actually did it. So a 24 against, I'm assuming it would be his deck, since it's a standard attack.
Let's see. Raphael has a 20. You're one off of a 20 dodge. So you're one off of, I guess it's against dodge, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so you're one off of good.
it doesn't matter. A standard is all I need, because basically what EMP does is a targeted effect, and for one round, all electrical devices are disabled. And it's up to you to decide if this has any effect on Evan Expo.
Huh.
What I'm thinking is it's going to maybe cause a step back for one round.
There.
At most.
Okay, I know it. Okay. You set off your EMP, you have your standard result. Is that where you're going with it? You gonna
That's
stick
what
with
I'm
that?
trying to do.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get him to focus on me and not Charlotte.
Your nemesis card has successfully drawn his focus.
Yeah. Because, I mean, if I had the martyr card, I would have probably played it at this point. So.
All right, so Jerome, that's Jerome. Who's next?
I'll go. So you choose a old man and a reject from a blue man group. Ha ha ha! Such a terrible foes against us. As I taunt being the approved action with my trash talker means that my penalties are only a -1 per additional target, not -2. So I'm just fully taunting both Babel Monitor and
Okay.
Raphael. That's his name.
So you're just taunting both of them?
Just taunting both of them at a -1.
Okay.
And I am favored, so I will go ahead and favor that. Let's see if I get a little bit higher. Okay.
That's not enough.
Against the Babel Monitor, his is
That is against the Babel monitor, yeah.
what I need for
No, it's not. It's not. He's 16.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then. Oh! Now I got a 16.
Okay. All right. So 16 is your final answer?
Yep. I will add the. I will make Raphael very stymied and the Babel monitor stymied.
Craig, you want to hit?
Yep. Is he still vulnerable? So that's 4. I'm not going to go all out this time because I have to do something else. Fucking 11. Possibility?
Sure.
Alright. No modifier. So straight roll. Last was a 6. Jesus Christ. What the fuck is wrong with this dice? Alright, you gonna let me play a card?
I can't stop you.
Okay.
Well, if
Well,
it's hero
what
drama,
card is
you
it?
potentially could.
Hero.
No, you can play it. Go ahead.
There. 20 is still not enough, is it?
It's a standard hit.
Oh, okay.
Wait. No, it's not. You're short one.
Did you add in the he's vulnerable? Very vulnerable.
I didn't put, so it's a 24.
Okay, so
I
it's
put
a
it in the
standard
first
hit.
roll, but didn't put it back in the next 2 rolls.
Mhm.
Alright. So, that's it for that. So, it's 16 shock. And then I will move back here to Charlemagne.
Okay, so you've become vulnerable.
Right. Hence why I didn't go all out.
All right.
Border will go all out.
That's it.
Oh, looky. That looks like a standard hit to me.
It is a standard. You're too short.
Yeah. I don't think I can do anything about that. So he's going to take, what is it? 2 shock, probably.
Okay.
Oh, he was a 15, but yeah, 2 shock. Was that all of us?
No, I haven't gone.
Okay.
It was intentional.
Do your thing.
All right, I am going to run over to the party, holding the urn in place. My speed is a 13. I don't know if
You're
that was
minus
enough.
2. Yeah,
Okay.
You're gonna run.
That's fine. I am going to attempt to copycat from Boria some ranks of willpower.
Okay. Good luck, Jim. It was
Sadly,
subpar, but not enough.
yes, indeed. It was, in fact, subpar, but not enough. I will attempt to spend.
Nah.
That's fine.
Take your shock.
I will, in fact, take my shock, and that is not a problem. All right. And then I will go ahead and play the Maelstrom.
Oh,
now that we have all gone.
Hold on
Wait.
before you do that.
Okay.
I'm going to pull the card. I'm going to play a flurry.
Okay.
And yeah, we'll do the same thing again. So, where's my button?
See, now you guys are getting it from both ends because we're either pulling a card after our action or we're pulling at the end of the card.
Well, it would be the end of the action where you would get normally pulling because I get a second action.
Yeah, but Charlemagne kept his card because it's like, well, you asked us to pull a card at the end of the card. So, which is it? Is it at the end of your action?
So my question is then do I get to pull 2 cards at the end of the card?
No.
Well,
Okay.
he's using a flurry.
Well, I'm using a flurry, and I get 2 actions, so I get to pool 2 cards. So when do I pool them?
Right.
That's
No, he's
and that's the question that I'm saying, because Charlemagne's taken, well, at the end.
Well, because that's what you said you prefer us to do. So that was
But
me trying to follow your
So
rule.
if you pull a card, and then at the end of the card, that would be after they get to go, you play the flurry, then you get to pool at the end of your flurry.
That's not how flurry
well, flurry.
work.
That would
So
be 2
as
cards.
but as soon as flurry gets put into his pool,
Flurry's
he could
already in my pool. I can play
right.
it.
Yeah.
So
So right now I have a flurry and a drama in my pool.
did you just pool the flurry?
No, I did not.
Okay, then you can play it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I do not get to pull a card for my first action.
Yeah, I would say that this is a special instance in
So at the
personally.
end of the card,
would
when I call for pulling a card, you pull a card.
Is it the end of the card or the end of the all the
Charlemagne.
heroes'
So
turns?
normally what we've done for years is at the we did this to start with, and then it's somewhere in the last couple of years we some of us have shifted to because I think the rules, we read a rule and said, oh, this is how it is, that at the end of the hero's turn you pull a card. Well, I've always called
But-
for pooling cards at the end of both sides. And Charlemagne has already said, I got to keep my card because that's when you call for it. So
I mean, if that was me trying to follow your rule. If you say I don't,
I
I
agree,
don't
but we're not. Yeah, but we're not gonna swing it both ways.
Right. But
Yeah.
the
No,
question is,
in
The question
this-
now is so I get an additional turn,
Yes.
so I should be able to get pool 2 cards.
Yes.
one,
Right.
one
I-
for each action.
So
I
when do I get to pool cards?
So when you play your flurry, if you're playing your flurry right now, which I think you are, when your
Yes.
flurry is done, pull a card. When I'm done with my villain's action, I'll call for pull a card. You pull a card.
Okay, you didn't say that second part. That's
I did, but it was
okay.
we had
Okay.
a bunch of yes. You
Now
will get 2 cards,
Now I understand. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
but that was already in your pool, correct? You didn't
that
pull
was
this.
already in my pool. That is
Okay.
correct. I was going to pull an adrenaline in case I needed a +3. Now where did I put? Where is my little thingy? Okay.
You're punching the Babel monitor again.
That would be correct.
You're too short.
I understand. See, this is where that
Ah.
adrenaline would have helped.
Uh-huh.
But you know what? Hey, I will spend the boost.
Okay. He let Crag go.
Okay. I just want to make sure. That goes to a 26, which I think is a good success. Is that correct?
Yes. I mean, that's what it appears.
Yes.
As soon as Bori is done, we need to take a 5.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a wound to him
Did you get a bonus die?
from a good success at a 21. Yeah, I was a 26.
Okay.
Now, Jim, do you want to play the maelstrom?
Yes. Now I will play the maelstrom.
Okay. And then in this case, I will. Who's the card?
Okay, but he can still soak.
I don't think you can soak. Right? Because the maelstrom says you can't spend possibility, which is what you have to do to soak at Fenway.
Correct.
Now, someone, if they had, there are some things that let you soak without spending a possibility.
Like uncanny dodge.
Yes. Or, what's the other one? No, that's minion I'm thinking of. But I guess still dodging damage.
Mm-hmm.
So the Maelstrom says until the end of the next turn, no one may spend possibilities or use abilities from Eternity Shards or Darkness devices, including travel via Dim Thread. So it's more than just possibilities.
Yep, the verbiage under soaking says spends a possibility. I was wondering if it said something different, used a different set of terminology for what because to soak costs you a possibility if there was a different verbiage, but it isn't. So, all right, so we got a maelstrom down. So at the end of your next, it lasts until the end of your next turn,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Correct.
Yep. Yeah. So it'll be their actions, and then
New
whenever
card.
the end of our next turn is on the new card. So we're hoping they go last and then go first.
Yeah.
Okay, so you did a wound to the Babel monitor.
Correct.
That he can't soak, which means he's got to take. All right, so no, not that. Let's do that. He collapses to the ground.
We shocked him out.
Shocked him out.
that is
Well
that
timed,
is
Maelstrom.
fantastic.
Let's see what happens next round to determine whether it's successful or not.
Yeah, villains inspired.
Yeah.
We're all like, yes, it's helping us. And then the next rounds we're like, you killed us, you arrogant ass.
All right, so
So it's a
that's
wait and see.
that's all of
That's the
you.
end of the flurry. So, Mark, you need to take 5.
Yeah, give me a second. I'll be right back.
All right,
Okay.
well, we'll take 5. We'll be
I mean,
back
if we
about,
just want to take our regular break, that's
Sure.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, might as well.
be back about 5 or 10 minutes. So don't go far.
Do I pull a seize initiative?
And we are back. We left off with the monitor going, not the monitor, but whatever the hell you want to call the thing.
Me getting ready to tear into some people.
Yep.
Starting with Jerome. Let's see. So
Yes.
Oh, I assumed it was going to be starting with Charlemagne. I'm glad to hear
Well, yeah,
it.
but
No.
Jerome,
that was the
Jerome
whole
did the
reason I played
Nemesis.
the Nemesis.
yeah, he played a Nemesis, take the
Oh,
heat
I
off of you.
missed that.
And I hit him with that EMP. So,
Which
probably
you
pissed him
did.
off.
You did, and it's taunt. So let's see. Excellent. So we're gonna do. Oh yeah, I'll do it. So that's one. I am absolutely coming for Jerome. What am I gonna do to you, Jerome? That's not gonna work for reasons. And yeah, I'm going to punch and soul rend Jerome.
Okay.
You know what? I'm only going to do two things because Jerome has made me angry.
So
I'm
is
gonna
Soul Rend a Ebenex Crux power or a Raphael power? I'm just asking because the Maelstrom prevents any darkness devices, power abilities, and powers.
Yeah, he's in Raphael. It's Ebenex Crux is in Raphael. It is Ebenex Crux. Let me read. Until the end of the hero's next turn, no one may spend possibilities or use abilities from Eternity Shards or Darkness devices, including. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Can't do that. Can't do that. He just howls with rage at being cut off from all the shit that he wants to do. Your EMP will stop him from causing. Well, the Maelstrom stops him from causing it too, but given that, yeah, I was going to stop him from corrupting Boria's arm and having Boria attack somebody else.
And he
But-
might want to just try to make me very stymied since I have to roll willpower on my next turn.
No, he's focusing on. He's just he's trying to beat the crap out of Jerome because Jerome played Nemesis.
Right.
Thank you,
I would
Jerome.
love to do extra bad things to you, but Nemesis kind of says I got to do something
Make
else.
the verisimilitude of it. I get it. Thank
Yeah.
you, Jerome.
You're welcome.
So. Oh, really? Oh, man.
You don't have that Ebenex Crux power in your roll one. Feeble little Raphael.
Oh, this is just going to allow us to taunt him even more next round.
That is so sad. And my Babel monitor's unconscious. Balls. Okay. Well, that's pull cards. That's all me. I'll flip a card. Please let me go first. I get to go first, and it's inspiration! Run! During a chase test, complete a step. Our favorite this round. Villains will go first, and they are inspired. The
Real
approved
quick.
actions are defend and maneuver.
Jim, you can't get rid of the inspiration, can you? You're
Not
muted.
for me.
That's in. I can in fact get rid of your inspiration. Here's.
I thought you could only do heroes.
Oh no, I have both.
Two different perks, I think.
Yes.
It's expensive.
Yeah. It's just as
But
long
it
as
is
you're not
so
spending a
worthwhile.
possibility. For it.
Correct. Being very vulnerable for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm still cut off because it's until the end of your next turn.
Yeah.
So I'm
All
just,
the stymies and vulnerables do go away.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I think he's more concerned with the fact the maelstrom's still there, and
Yeah, but
And
I've
the
realized
inspiration.
that I'm coming over here. I'm dealing with Charlemagne. You're my nemesis, but I gave you your card play.
yeah, I know. He
Um,
gave one round.
yeah, Charlemagne.
Yeah.
Uh, is that an outstanding?
It is.
Okay.
Yep, I'll step in front of it.
Thank you, Craig.
Wow.
You know what? Oh, balls!
That would be probably nothing.
I did it already, son of a bitch. And I can't. He had. You watch him reach his hand out and pull. He pulls like he's pulling something down out of one of the monitors,
Like a
and
sword.
he's try he tries to grasp something, and he becomes incredibly frustrated and looks at you and "Arrgh!"
You
Then he
hit like a
punches.
bitch.
as if the maelstrom prevented him from doing something else. You're not exactly sure what it prevented him from doing, but it clearly prevented him from doing something.
I feel like this maelstrom, regardless of what happens, was successful at this point.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I agree.
Yes, no, your maelstrom was incredibly successful.
And I remember Michael John played one once when you were running, I think over here, Mark, or at the store. I don't remember where it was. We were
Mhm.
like, yeah, that's great. And then afterwards, all of a sudden, you came out, rolled super high, and kicked all our asses. And we were like, let's reevaluate.
Yep.
Hey, Mark. It's about to go to
Yes.
the discard, right? Oh, actually,
Not
damn it.
yet.
Nobody play a card.
I don't know,
I
Jim.
hate you, Jim.
If that keeps, I don't know.
I hate you so much right now. Oh,
No one else.
because I think I know what you're going to do, and I hate you so much. Oh, man. All right, who would like to go first?
I will roll willpower.
Yes, please.
I
DN
think
14.
14. Son of a bitch.
Oh.
I have this second chance,
Yeah.
specifically for
I
something
know.
like that.
Who played the Maelstrom, by the way?
Jim.
I
Sorry,
did.
Jim.
Electo?
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to take 2 more shock.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to add up a little.
Craig's just gonna re-up his tree skin. Whoa. Well,
You are Craig.
I
He
am
is
Craig.
Craig.
Yeah, sorry. It was a play on the I am Groot kind of scenario.
That's 2 rounds, by the way, Charlemagne.
I believe that was the 3rd round.
No, that's the second. I promise you, that's the second.
So the first time, if I can, if the first time you'll recall, I just barely hit the 14.
That's when you placed it. It's been in place for 2 rounds.
Okay, so the round I placed it doesn't count towards the number of rounds.
It's been in place for 2 rounds.
Jerome is again going to try to enhance Charlemagne's dexterity.
Okay.
You might want to. I don't know if you want to. You might want to do his spirit since he's having to roll willpower to keep the thing in place.
Oh, okay. I'll do willpower. What
dice.
is your?
Dice have hit the table.
Okay. Well, it's dexterity. What's your dexterity?
A 9. So I think that's what, a good success, 2 points.
Good success. Yeah, it's a good success. So that will give you 2 points.
Yep.
All right, who's next?
I'll go. I will taunt Raphael. Oh, don't worry. It happens to everybody except for me.
Oh,
A real
man.
Frenchman.
That's enough.
I'll make him stymied.
I'm going to walk over towards the bunch of people here. And then we're going to be doing some relieving of pain. Well,
Yeah, your form of relieving is very different than mine.
since there's a second chance been played already, we're not going to worry about that other one. So I'm going to drop my second chance. We will. It's a little blue pill. That's a little better.
I can trade you a willpower.
Uh, yeah. I'm gonna give you an action for the willpower, but yeah, just drop it. And,
Because the action is
yep, pick the action up. So they'll play the willpower. Gets to 10, so everyone recovers 2 shock.
My
Except
babble monitor comes awake.
possibly possibly Jerome, since I don't know how if he's within 5 meters of us.
Don't know if Jerome is in 5 meters.
Don't think so.
Yeah.
So let's say no.
Okay.
Leaves Electo.
I will attempt to maneuver Raphael.
20. Hey, look at that.
You can be stymied.
I am stymied.
Then you can be very stymied.
Okay. Alrighty. Cards and pools.
And now I'll play a master plan for that Maelstrom.
Are you playing it or are you holding it?
I will.
now. Hold on, we can see what happens, right?
Yeah, I will hold it for now.
Why is it not in the discard?
Sometimes it goes to the bottom of the deck, which is weird. I don't know why it does one and not the other at times.
It was at the bottom. How bizarre. Go ahead and pick it up.
Every now and then.
Repent. Miracles invoked by those who follow the cyberpapacy faith that cause damage gain 1 BD on a hit. The villains will go first and the heroes can be confused. The approved actions are defend and taunt.
Hey,
I will get rid of the confused.
Okay,
You want me to get rid of that?
Immediately, Raphael reaches up and grabs. He goes, ah! And he reaches up, and you almost see his hand reach into one of the monitors. And when he pulls it back, he pulls out a babble monitor.
Well, that could have been worse. He could have done that last turn and this turn.
Exactly.
Yes, he could have. I was like, son of a bitch. That babble monitor rushes over and grabs a hold of the urn and tries to yank it off the podium. I am absolutely going to give you one of mine.
Yeah, maybe I should have had not told you to wait on that Maelstrom, Jim.
Oh, there's your number, Charlemagne. Anybody that is next to the podium, which is everybody except Jerome, may assist in this strength roll.
You don't need to. I'll play an opponent fails and use his 28.
You bastard.
I am. I really am.
He gets you a 5.
Damn it. Okay. Raphael screams and reaches for it, and let's see. He is going to. What is Raphael going to do? He is going to reach for it and try and rip it off. So that's 1. What are defend and taunt? So he's gonna. Is he gonna taunt?
Now's the time, Jim.
Yeah, he's gonna taunt,
That maelstrom.
and he is going to stare, and he is going to cause Borea's arm to do stuff. And then there you go. Okay. I figured that was gonna happen.
And we appreciate you taking your time and letting it happen.
Well, I mean, I can give him the opportunity to do it because I started my action by declaring what he's doing. But I'll let you play it.
Even if it's to stop him putting possibilities down, it helps. So,
Oh no, it helps. It helps it nerfs everything he's doing.
Right. But we're saying even if you said you were starting those actions and then did those actions, me still playing it is still a good thing because then he couldn't add possibilities on top.
You know what? That's how we'll play that. That's exactly how we'll play that. So no possibilities. You've played it. You've interrupted his action, which has already happened because I have to do the math and figure it all out. But he can't play possibilities. So we'll be the happy medium. That's cool. So what was it? It's the strength, soul, corrupt, taunt 4 -6. Okay, so
And -10 because he's very stymied.
ooh, son of a bitch. Okay, well I declared what he's doing, so fuck. Sucks for me. I hate that. Good for the gooses, good for the gander. All right, there's your 11 for your strength, so let's start there.
oh, he uses spirit instead of strength?
His strength is an 8, so that's oh damn. Never
That's
mind.
-1.
You're gonna beat that. You probably will beat that.
Necessarily. I still can't roll. I could roll lower.
Can
Go
we
ahead,
still
roll.
assist him?
Hold on.
Yes.
All right, then I would like to assist him.
Is the assist basically the similar to like a defend?
Yes. If you're helping keep the urn on, you don't get an action. That's your action.
Oh, all right. Never mind then.
Yeah, we. Thank you, Boria.
I will not assist because it's probably not worth my action to fail on helping.
I need
see
to
two
probably
helps.
have one of you guys hold this instead.
Now, yeah.
We didn't know. Okay,
Well, I mean, can we swap
Okay,
out?
so
we got there.
Or do
yeah,
you-
you're fine. You're fine because he was 12 less
Yeah.
all day. You had it all day. You probably had it all day by yourself, but that's cool. So what did we get? Crag and Borea.
Yeah.
All right, so it's there. All right, so I rolled an 11 on my spirit.
Can one of us grab a hold of it without it coming off there? He's still holding it?
Like switch it up?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
One of us reach over, grab a hold of it, and hold it in place while he does
Yeah.
whatever he needs to.
You could.
Then that's what Craig will do if he's allowed to.
Charlemagne, how is an 11 on your willpower? Oh, well, give me a willpower. 11 is your number.
Ugh. 8 points, so you have a good success. I assume
Okay,
you're now.
so I have a good success.
I'll
19 bypassing armor.
I'll take that.
Soul gaze.
I was gonna say, can I take that?
That attacks the very soul. I don't think you can dodge that one.
All right. So that'll be 2 wounds and 4 shock.
Okay.
Hurt. I'm conscious.
12 on the computer's roll there, Boria. Look at you. You managed to control your arm. And the taunt, actually, I think is lower. I probably should have rolled a taunt. I'm 5 lower, so I don't think it's 6 beats anybody's taunt, does it?
6.
No. Oh, actually, it does mine.
Standard success against
Yeah.
Moria.
Success.
Oh, wow.
Seriously?
Oh, seriously,
Oh,
yeah.
that's fantastic. Okay,
Yeah.
so
I even have ads in it.
Oh, wow.
I went down to a 5 charisma.
okay. So
I did
Jerome,
corruption
wait,
range.
Boria, how
Yep.
many cards do you have in your pool?
Two.
I have 3 in my pool.
Discard number 2, Boria.
Number 2 is gone.
Discard number 2, Jerome.
Craig as well.
Well, really, how many cards do you have in your pool, Craig?
2.
Discard number 2.
All right.
I only have 1 card mark, so here it is.
Oh, did I beat you too with a 6?
I have a 5. What do I?
That's
What can I
fantastic.
say? I'm German. I'm susceptible to taunt.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
And
Is Electo the only one who survived that taunt?
You cannot taunt me!
Oh, that
Or
Pierre.
Pierre.
That's
Oh, and
the
Pierre
bad
too?
part is
Okay,
the
yeah.
smallest
I
one
have a-
gets taunted.
Swashbuckler plus Trash Talker. These charisma taunting perks came in handy.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh my gosh, that's hysterical. And I used the battle monitor to grab the urn too, so we're done. Okay, so I didn't do anything to Electo, so it doesn't matter. But you went very vulnerable. Whatever, take that away, so you're not confused. Heroes, who would like to go first?
I am going to try to hack the Babel monitor since it is a construct.
Oh, really? Okay. What are you attacking?
I'm
What's my
using
defensive
hack
skill?
construct.
What's my defensive skill?
Oh, hold on a second. Will or spirit.
21.
Okay. It's not coming through, is it?
I don't see it.
Okay. No, I do not, and I don't think I'm going to get to spend a possibility, so that will fail.
Okay, that's Jerome. Who's next?
Well, those who helped with the strength are already done, right?
Yeah,
Correct.
that's Boria
And
Boria and Crag.
Crag. Electo, Pierre, and Charlemagne. Charlemagne's done his thing, right?
I'm holding this here.
Yep.
Right.
Nope, you're not holding it there anymore.
Crag wants to swap out. Well, he has held it.
Yeah, I
Crag's-
think you have to take it on the next turn as an action.
Yes.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm going to hold it here.
Yes. So Electo and Pierre.
I will attempt to. You know what? I will attempt to taunt Raphael there, since clearly he cannot taunt me. You cannot even grab a simple urn from a table.
He punches like a bitch too. If you want to throw that in there.
Yeah. That is not going to be successful, right?
What are we doing? Taunt? No.
Taunt. All right.
On the Babel monitor
Oh.
or on Raphael?
On
Either one.
Raphael. Alright,
But isn't he success? Isn't he your favorite against taunt against Raphael? We noticed that, right?
He is
Right.
favored against Raphael. That's
Yeah.
correct.
But that's why I'm going to go ahead. I was making sure it wasn't successful to start,
Okay.
and I didn't have cards to help. Since
Alright.
it wasn't successful, I will go ahead and try favoring it because why not?
Gotcha. Nice. Thank you.
Still not.
Yeah, and I don't have a basic bonus in my hand, so
Yeah, and he took mine, so I can't trade with you.
nope. Yeah, it is what it is.
Pierre?
I will also attempt to taunt, but I will taunt both of them, with taunt being the approved action. It again is only a -1 for multi-taunt.
Is that so? Is that a part of your perk? Is that when it's approved, you get bennies?
Yes, that is a track talker. When taunt is approved, multi-targeting penalties are halved.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Who's favored?
Yeah. At least track, right?
It's only favored on him though.
I thought Pierre had a thing.
That's
I
the,
could be
the
wrong.
negative
Oh, that's
one.
the different thing. Okay, never mind.
So can you favor it if you're multi-targeting with the taunt? Can you still favor it? But you'd only be favored against the one guy.
I could go with that. That's fine.
Yeah, I'll let you favor it against him, but you only get it against him.
Right.
Bang. We're gonna keep him
Focus
very
my.
stymied.
Oh, it was that card.
Yeah, I'll keep the very stymied.
Okay.
I focus my taunt on burnt toast.
Burnt toast, it's a thing. Everyone's talking
All
about
right,
it.
so that's all of you. Go ahead and put a card in your pool. That is the third round of holding the urn in place.
Yeah,
You feel it snap, and you no longer have to hold it. You can see the connection. You feel the god net kind of like hesitate, almost as if there's a thing, and you notice that the below you on the altar a screen pops up and says reboot, yes, no, and there's a button.
Craig's already pushing.
It will take an action to push that button.
it's a computer. Let me do it, Craig.
And
you
you're gonna have
slap
to-
my hand as I reach for it.
It is a
But
challenging.
don't push no buttons.
It's a challenging DN12 computers to get the codes and everything done right.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, it's a good thing you slapped my hand.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Cole's
so
like,
comes
here,
the
let me
card.
stab it with my axe.
And the maelstrom would go away, I believe, then.
Yeah.
Attacks and interaction attacks against tech constructs are disfavored this round. The villains will go first, and they are up. The approved actions are defend
Wait,
and intimidate.
wait.
Thank you, Robert.
Let's change this.
Yep.
Let's go to the next card.
That is hot garbage.
Damn it. Denial of service. Resolving the complication. There's no complication. We're not doing DSR. Heroes will go first, and they are stymied. The approved action is any.
Well, I'll push
we
the
will
button.
not be stymied.
Thank you, Jim. This is probably going to be my critical moment,
Okay.
just in case. So I start with we can do this. Actually, that technically is not
Nope.
the
You
action.
cannot.
That one's just going to end up going away.
Yeah.
But the other things, they will matter.
It is the we button.
So,
Wow.
hold on. I'm going to have to make sure that this happens.
Is that what I
Wow.
think it is?
That is
Oh.
What do you think it is?
Do you want to narrate it, or do you want me to?
No, I'll let you.
Okay. The battle monitor sees you move your hands off the urn and go for the keyboard, and in the process, he dives for the urn. You interpose your body in such a way so that you link the altar and its shock processes through you to the battle monitor, and in the process, you short circuit the altar and cause it to reboot as a default, because you realize that if you can knock out this computer screen in this mode that it's in, the system will automatically restart. But in order to do that, you have to channel all of the energy that the altar's been trickling out through the defensive system, and you basically release the capacitor that's holding all of that energy in one giant burst through you that takes out the battle monitor in the process and successfully reboots the godnet. And as it reboots the GodNet, it resets at the same point in time that you chose. And let's see. Immediately, everyone worldwide is logged out of the GodNet. They are ripped out. You all have splitting headaches. Unfortunately, Charlemagne's body is glassy-eyed and drooling.
So normal.
But you don't have to test for defeat because the abruptness of the crash leaves you very, very stunned, but otherwise unharmed. Those of you with decks who are still alive and conscious see the system blink for a moment and then almost instantaneously reconnect. And then you appear back inside, but you're in the Holy Exchange for the sector where you were in with the nunnery. But remember where the place where you chose the reboot right before you came back. And everybody kind of blinks and looks around, and the holographic iconography that you expect to be moving or flowing, the priest giving the holographic benediction or someone preaching, the ads that are moving, everything is kind of frozen in time for about 2 or 3 seconds. And then after a couple, like you blink your eyes a couple times, and then everything just picks up, and people just start walking like they were before and carrying on as if everything was normal.
Oh, so we need to do this thing again?
I've been holding on to that, hoping I might not need it.
So I'm going to read you a paragraph, Rod, because it's written in there. In some cases, this might mean angel bait or other lost souls are returned to their bodies, but those who died are otherwise permanently marooned in the GodNet. So.
Oh yeah. No, I didn't think this was I'll get to come back from this.
Eben X Crux is enraged at this setback made worse by the loss of information on all other suitable mortal bodies he's been considering as potential matches for his unholy merger. It will take months, maybe years, before it can be replicated. It's in research. Perhaps the greatest insult of all, it lost specific information on who you guys are.
Ooh.
It will take a while before it can find witnesses who can sufficiently corroborate details. Someday it will learn who ruined its plans and dream up a worthy revenge. In the meantime, it makes sure such a disaster can never happen again. All backdoors are removed. Save Reboot Shrine is absorbed into other areas of Ebernex's core functions. With any luck, no upstart Storm Knights will ever be able to force it to reboot into an earlier save state again. So you will continue to if these Storm Knights have to journey into the GodNet or into the Cyber Papacy in the future, your special envoy status is intact.
Oh.
As for Raphael, spies report the self-made Messiah collapsed in Sao Paulo, where he had been attending a plenary session with some of his closest advisors. The shock to his system caused cardiac arrest, and he was dead a few minutes later. Congratulations,
Couldn't
gentlemen.
happen to a nicer prophet.
You probably didn't need. It's played. Latest played. You probably didn't need to, but you had to survive at least one more round before you get another shot at the button. So
I was at my shock limit.
the good news is the good news is that the urn was no longer a factor. You had to push the button. Well, it was a factor if they could knock it off. It would have to start over again.
Or hit
So
yeah.
so and you only had the one Babel monitor to deal with, but you did what you did and you saved the day. And
No, he might have started pulling more of them in.
Right.
That was my worry.
Well,
Well, we will fondly remember Charlemagne to the
Hang on.
Delphi Council.
I will tell you whether or not that would have happened.
Who was that guy?
Ha 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 ha. Okay, so Charlemagne, there's your next card. He can only do that when it's defend.
So they would have gone first and tried to.
They would have gone first. He would have pulled another Babel monitor on.
Yeah.
You'd have had two.
Good night.
So
I think it was the right decision.
yes.
Better than 50-50 that they would have got that urn off and reset, and you'd have to start over.
Yeah.
That, gentleman, is Unhallowed Data.
Well, thank you very much.
Yay.
Yeah, thank you.
This is a fun book, and I mean, I think your Maelstrom play saved your.
Oh yeah, that was huge.
Yeah.
That was a lot.
Right.
I was wearing you out with that to a degree, and I was getting ready to do some more of it. And he had a pile of freaking possibilities.
Yeah, I mean the fact that I had it and he had, as was stated before, we were not going to win the possibility war on who could spend more faster. So he was clearly going to be able to just negate anything we were doing that was really good with our possibilities. Mm-hmm. So at that point, it's just like, all right, fine. No one can spend any.
Yeah, that is
and really was the he sucks possibilities too.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Yeah, if he gets a good or better result on his improve, it's what they call it. It's called special gloater.
So I have to wonder if the folks who wrote this are like, we hear that a lot of folks who are playing Torg use charisma as a dumb stat, so we need to make them sorry for that. If so, that's the right call.
Yep, he can also transfer possibility energy, which I thought about doing for the Arcanites that you guys took out early, but they couldn't soak anyway. So even if I give them possibilities, they can't soak with it, but they could have spent them to attack if they had lived longer. The soul rending gaze is spirit +5. It's 17 non-lethal damage. He can't multi-attack with that, but that's a brutal hit against folks.
Yeah, it is.
And that's the three routes in. Of the 3 routes in, you probably picked
the hardest,
the easiest one. No, you picked the easiest one.
Oh, okay.
The Parisian catacombs have hellhounds, 2 per storm knights that run through the catacombs, and you have to get through them to find the black hole that leads you through them. The ghost is not that difficult. It just envelops and causes shock on everybody, but it's semi-ethereal, so while it can't go through it can only go through living objects, and when it does, they take two shock. And if it keeps you engulfed, but you can hit it, and it has 2 wounds, and it's got a really low toughness. And I love the fact that you're all freaking out, like, oh, that means we're doomed. I'm like, no, you're just gonna get the shit out of it and go find the hole and go right in. And then the wrinkle is actually just this, you got to find it. The problem is it's out in the middle of the road. It's out in the open, and it's directly opposite this like open field where Jack priests practice with their drones, and they're always out there. And the minute that you start poking around, you end up with 2 Jack priests per storm knight to come to investigate what's going on, because you can't get to it any other way. Although I figured that if you went to that one, you were going to kind of like suss it out, and then Jerome was going to go portal, and you all hopped
Yeah.
over there. But you'd get swarmed by the Jack priests in the process, and so there'd be a couple of rounds of combat before that wrapped up. The biggest thing that there was a problem was at the chapel. If the bell tolls every 13 minutes. If you hear the bell toll twice, that's why I was very specific about you heard the ringing but didn't hear the bell ring. If you hear the bell ring twice, it instantly turns you into angel bait. Done.
Oh,
Oh,
No
Oh,
test.
damn.
So I was like, okay,
that's just rude.
it is rude, and the way it's written, you pop in, and I think this is it could be either way, but the way if you play it, the way the words are written, you hear the bell as you pop in, and so you have essentially 13 minutes. And you could find from if you had poked around and investigated and dug into the 3 routes that Spectre gave you, you could find out from a Streetwise test that about the 13-minute time frame. And so you were just like, okay, well, we don't waste any time. And yeah, I didn't even. You guys kind of just went about your business, right? The fight didn't take but like 2 cards, so that wasn't
Right.
any time. And then you just went in, and he hit Charlemagne hit an outstanding find, which I'm like, okay, well, on an outstanding, I can't really stretch that into 13 minutes even to get 1 ring in, so we'll just do it because it was outstanding. But if you had failed, or even if you had failed, I probably would have given you a ring at that point. And if you rolled a 1 and said, yeah, that stands, yeah, well, you probably wouldn't have let that stand, though. I don't think.
Not with multiple
Nah.
second chances in the
Yeah, they were.
Yeah,
in
what
hands at
time?
that time.
Anyway, I hope you had fun. I hope you felt like you were fighting the darkness device, because you were.
Oh yeah.
That and my 8 ones that my 8 disconnects that I rolled throughout these 7 acts that I couldn't roll a 1 on.
Oh, dude. I was rooting for you, Jim. Charlemagne got it for you.
Right?
Right. Lots of other people rolled my 1s,
Yes, they did.
but
All right,
And,
so do we want to talk about soft sell?
Yeah.
Sure.
So I sent you all a message earlier in Facebook, but it's still worth talking about here in case you're watching, right? So the scenario itself is designed really for newer characters. I had a discussion with one of the writers, I think 2 years ago, and came up with the 4 options that I put into Messenger, which is basically, hey, you can be a brand new character. Option 2 is, hey, if you've played a couple of day 1 scenarios, then you really haven't technically gotten into the Delphi Council yet. You're not really a known entity. You're in, but no one really knows you. So that would also work up to a certain amount of XP. Option 3 is right for those of us who have GM XP, which is I think almost the entire table. I'm like, I'm going to start at 5 because starting at 0 is not as good as starting at 5. And then finally, I have a character. He has up to 15 XP, so I'm just going to go get some surgery and get my looks rearranged. And, possibly take out some credit card debt if you need to do that. The scenario itself, the second thing in there is you guys are there are times where, and I'm going to tell you this up front, you're in deep cover. There will be times where we'll flip a card. In fact, Mark, you want to do me? Actually, I'll do this. Let's say this card were to hit the table right here. We'll say it's a standard scene. I can't really make it larger, but you guys would be using the villain line. All right, so hey, you guys are going to go first, and then the folks you're fighting, they'll surge because you guys are in deep cover. You will be the villain most of the time.
Oh, interesting.
That's good for us in a dramatic scene.
Yeah,
I mean, it really kind of is, yeah.
It absolutely is. Now, the problem that you're going to run into, there are certain character types that aren't going to work. If you're playing an Eilish-like character, it's just probably not going to work, right? Mm-hmm. The Cyberpapal Champion of God. A lot of Nile Empire heroes. Anti-heroes could work, but if you're playing a Captain America type, you're going to fail some of what you're trying to do because you're going to want to be a good guy, and sometimes you have to be a bad guy to do the job in this book.
So what you're saying is I will have another flavor of Tharcold character coming.
No, Mike, I would like to challenge you to play something different.
Oh, damn it!
So
Stretch yourself, Mike.
No. Hold on. Let's be real fair. What I would like to see Mike do is actually play the Rocket Ranger before he became the Rocket Ranger.
Oh, dude. The prequel.
Oh, the
Yeah.
shock trooper.
A Rocket Ranger is still a really good guy.
No. But before he
Before he
had his
I-
moment of
Shock
crisis.
Trooper before he has his moment of crisis. Yeah, the prequel.
Oh,
Well, yeah, I mean, you will be a Storm Knight, so I don't have to do that.
Yeah, I know.
A moment of crisis.
that'd be hilarious.
That would be fantastic.
You
I have
know,
no idea how you'd actually, quote unquote, build it out there, Mike, but it would just be funny.
it is. The book is.
Well, the
it's-
stats are easy. They're all 8s.
They're all heats. Yeah.
I suggest so it's going to be Pan Pacifica, right? Think about the world laws. Think about the number of computers roles, things like that, right?
So a Tharcold character. I got you.
You know, it could be. That is your favorite Cosm, I think.
For Eternity, it's really popped up and been my favorite Cosm. Yes.
You know what I've never seen you do? Someone from the Living Land.
That is, yes,
Yeah,
that's true too.
I was thinking about playing Grunt because Grunt's the only one I've got, but he's got 15 XP in there from different things from day one. I think there might be a day one in there for Grunt, but otherwise it doesn't qualify.
You could spend money. That's the fourth option is, hey, basically you're spending money. It's the equivalent of, hey, we're getting plastic surgery. Think Star Trek. We're getting plastic surgery so that we don't look like we used to look.
Or Face Off.
Yes. You know what? Face Off is probably better for Torg and Pan Pacifica specifically.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to play Grunt though. I don't know if I want to play that or if I want to try and build out a Pan Pacifica character or what. So I guess we're kind of talking through what everybody wants to play here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea yet.
I mean,
I would
I've
be
got
a brand new
Redbeard,
character.
but I think Redbeard's only got 10 experience plus did 2 missions, so I don't know if that works.
I can throw something living landish together. I'll figure something out. How's that?
I was joking with that. I mean,
I'll do it. I'll do it.
no, that's so hard to do in Pan Pacifica. That's why I was literally joking.
I would totally do it.
I will point out, you can get third generation gene mods at character creation, Mike.
Oh,
And if you were to think about, hey, you know, they picked you because you were captured and brought over here and they're experimenting on you, what could a Living Land character do with gene mods? That could be interesting. I've not seen anyone do that.
Oh, yeah.
And now I got to go look to see what gene mods would work.
I can already
It
think
feels
of
like
stuff.
it's a terrible, terrible idea.
Oh, this sounds like a great idea that I would do.
He could actually have a spitting venom gland in his Adinos jaw.
Yeah.
I want to be a superhero, the spitting cobra.
I think you're building my character for me right now.
No. Oh, what his suggestion?
Yeah, I like it. No, the pulled over from Pan Pacifica to be
Well, because
worked on.
well, it makes sense, right? Because the Pan Pacifica, they're going to go everywhere to harvest resources. And we've all seen in Act 1 of Relics of Power that they actually had a lab and were experimenting
Oh yeah,
on creatures of the Living Land.
yeah. I like it. I like it.
I feel it tracks and fits the Cosm, what they do.
So that's what I'm doing. I will bake some sort of living land character,
That's funny.
and that'd be one of my perks is getting the third generation.
Okay,
G-mods.
so
there you go.
Mike's out for the investigative and computer skills. Check.
Not necessarily.
Don't forget, use some GMXP. Then you can start at 5.
Yeah, that is true too.
I think
Hold on.
everybody just
If-
started at 5.
You could do like a stealthy type and then look to see if there are any G mods because then at least the stealth that's pretty good in Pan Pacifica, I think. And some
Mark.
of the stuff is pretty fun in the Ruins of the Living Land book.
Yeah, Jim.
If you thought Mike was going to be the investigative type from Tharkhold,
You got another thing coming.
have you met Borya?
With Biomass and Brawler and your claws, you could be Strength plus 6 damage. And that's with only 2 perks.
Yeah, throw Deathclaw in there.
Yeah.
There's a lot
And
of fun
Whiptail.
things.
Oh my gosh. That just makes Grunt like envious. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
I make Borya envious.
I mean, you're not
And
wrong.
Miracles too? Why not?
You're not wrong there. Yeah,
Well,
yeah. So I got the basis for my character.
So is somebody going to be doing computers and stuff?
I'm trying to
It
think
got
of what
real
I was.
quiet.
No, I was trying to think. I only have one character from Pan Pacifica, but that was my weird pacifist thing. So I could try to do something like that, but I was also trying to think if I could do something else from Aurora. But
So you can, yeah, and just so you're aware, hacker perks are available to Core Earth, Pan Pacifica, Tharkhold, and Cyber Papacy.
Right.
So that all of those, and you're going to see them. And I think I don't remember if there are any hacker perks in the Tharkhold book. Let me open up. I have a spreadsheet where I put them all in.
Well, I was
They are in.
I was considering that
Yeah, I think it's a
because
good way to
there's
go.
a cyber deck that allows you to influence the natural environment. Well, your
Is there?
technological environment around you. So it's like you can change lights and other things.
Yeah, the only thing that you do need to remember, especially if you're playing a hacker type, is you'd be aware that most computers are not. Most of them you have to jack in. You have to log into the computer at the terminal to do stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's very little, like unlike the Cyber Papacy and Darkhold, very little Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And that's because they're paranoid.
yeah.
Yeah. And the truth is, I'm not sure if that's the way I would go anyway. So.
Question.
Yeah.
What if any special thing is in TORGanized play for having game mastered Blood on the Blasted Land?
Let me open that up and I will tell you. There is basically every single book has something. Mark, I know what you want to do. You remember what I said you could do as a result of playing this book, and you said I'm going to have to think about it. That is the perfect character for this book. Let me open this thing up for Liam while you.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah.
You remembered?
Vaguely. We'll talk. I think that's what I'm doing.
I think that would be. I think that'd be hot. Or sorry, as the kids say today, that'd be fire. I keep opening up the wrong thing. I know it's here. I just gotta find it, Liam.
Okay.
All right. Blood on the Blasted Lands. If the stupid PDF will open. Keeps opening up on the wrong screen, and I have... No, it didn't open up at all. There it is. I have it set so the Zoom meeting stays on top. So everything I open, no matter which screen I put the Zoom on, opens behind it. So an aspirin or trademark vehicle. An aspirin's not bad.
Yeah.
For this sort of thing either.
For anti-hero-ish type.
Yeah.
I might do that then. Cash in that.
I totally. The only thing is then Mark. That's why Mark's making a face. He's like, But you could both make it work.
No. If Lehman, if you want to play an aspirant, go for it.
Oh, is that the same thing as yours?
We've been toying with playing something along those lines. Do your thing, man. I'm good.
Which actually, you know what? I can just upload this document to you guys too, can't I? I should have thought of that. since basically everyone here has, I think just about everyone here has run a whole bunch of things, including books. So that is the most recent version from last October.
What's Fires of Ra?
Fires of Ra was another weird one, which was the Robo Man, and you were thinking about that too a while ago. And if you need me to send that to you, I can.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah. I have to extract it from the file that it's in, so it'll take me a minute. Actually, maybe I already did that.
What's Unhallowed Data?
What you just did?
No, the reward.
I put the RoboMan PDF in there as well. So Unhallowed Data is a number of basically it's a pick one of the races that came out in the archetypes, the Alrane, the Lobazan, the Minor Demon, or the Embodied AI.
Who embodied AI? Which book is that in?
That is in the backer archetypes for
Cyber Papacy?
yes. So that's another one I have to go extract it, which is fine.
I might have that one. I'm looking for it now. Backer archetypes, huh? Archetype file. Is that in the archetype file? No.
I don't think so, but that's okay. Like I said, it just takes me a minute to get to it. And to extract it. So I'll have that uploaded to the whole group here in just a minute.
All right. So, is there anything else we want to say before we go off?
Other than see us next week, where we'll have all kinds of crazy stuff.
Oh yeah, no, this is gonna be insane.
Oh, it's gonna be crazy without a doubt.
So, as he said, check back with us next Wednesday to see exactly what we end up coming up with for this new book. And if you can't wait till then, we have Saturday night for our GUI Reincarnate, and of course Sunday night we are back for our Legacy of the Kingdom Stones. Monday, hopefully things will work out and we'll have our Mutants and Masterminds game back, and we'll see you here Wednesday. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, remember we are all in this adventure called life together. So keep that golden rule in mind. Treat those around you the way you'd like to be treated yourself. With that, have a good week.